that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to St. Ardent by Night. Hello, how was everyone's Christmas break and all that fun stuff? We are excited to have you guys back watching us do a little Vampire the Masquerade. So tonight is going to be lots of fun, if I do say so myself. So to recap, last time in St. Ardent, the city went quiet, and then it began to listen. The coterie found themselves in the Glass Quarter lab after a total blackout emergency systems failed, and the low hum beneath the city grew impossible to ignore. The sheriff was briefed on the events at Voss Storage and Impound. The unconscious bodies were removed under his authority. In exchange, the coterie incurred a minor boon. The investigation turned inward. Soil samples recovered from the impound site were tested with the assistance of Spark and his clanmate Grin. During these experiments, the coterie discovered that the sediments reacted to blood, not chemically, but emotionally, and the land responded to the resonance. While researching the phrase, "the roots," David and Anili uncovered an old nursery rhyme, "Hush the river, still your feet," a fragment of folklore tied to the river districts and forgotten places. During the research, Anili suffered a bestial failure and attacked David. The coterie intervened and brought him back under the control before lasting harm was done. The experiments continued. The sediment bound to metal and reacted to emotional states carried in the blood. At that moment, the sheriff returned to the lab under urgent circumstances and declared an emergency requiring all hands on deck. Before further action could be taken, a woman forced her way into the lab, slender, filthy, with only one eye visible. She spoke in fractured nonsense as the hum intensified. When Isolde reached out to her, she was too pulled in to the same fractured state. Both were staked at this point. The coterie was brought before Prince Adrian Voss, where they presented their findings. The prince provided additional maps and historical context and tasked the coterie with investigating sealed tunnels beneath the city, places removed from record and memory. The prince insisted the coterie speak to Ellie, the staked Malkavian, with the sheriff present. Back in the Glass Quarters lab, the coterie uncovered documents from the 1950s describing reports of humming and vibrations in sealed areas, warnings that were logged and ignored during the city's last great construction project. When Ellie was unstaked, her speech was broken but lucid. She revealed that she had touched one of the root symbols and found both on the prince's map and in the impound facility. She warned the coterie with a final chilling truth. It was never asleep. She said, "The wards are breaking." And that is where we return tonight, guys. And we have all of our lovely players here. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Oh, you beat me to it. Hello.
Hello. So, we return. You guys are still down in the glass quarters lab. And Ellie has just said, the wards are breaking. What do you guys want to do?
What kind of wards are we talking about?
Wards, wards, wards. The wards, the cage, the wards, the wards.
One of you magic boys know anything about this?
I mean, about wards, yes, but about what she's talking about, not so much. I would imagine we're gonna have to go down and see the places on the map that talked about things, see if we can figure out what's going on from there.
Ma'am, do you know where the wards are? That would be most helpful.
They're everywhere, they're nowhere.
I don't know what I expected.
Ellie just starts rocking back and forth. Just rocking. Her body slowly pushing against the sheriff's chest as she's doing so, because he's still restraining her. She's just rocking.
Well, I think short of checking everywhere and nowhere, the map is probably our best bet.
Ellie cocks her head and pulls a little bit away from the sheriff. What map? What map?
Exactly what map were you shown?
We have
a map.
yes.
I understand, but can we see the map? Because I believe I had a stake in me, as well as Ellie had a stake in her when you were shown the map.
The map?
Show them the map.
Yeah,
Ellie looks at the map
Absolutely.
and her fingers trace over the root symbol. This one doesn't act like the others I touched. And she's just running her hand across it.
Ellie, do you mean the other symbols reacted to your touch?
It reflected wrong in my broken mirror. It was too loud when I touched it.
I see.
It reflected wrong. Too fractured, too big, too small, too loud, too quiet, too much. It's too much.
But this one doesn't show you anything?
No, this one's just copied. This one is an award. And then she points her slender fingers and touches one of the X's that are closest to the glass quarters. She's like, there. That's where I touched.
Do you think touching it is what's breaking it?
Not my touch. Not my.
Whose? It's okay. You can tell us.
I see red and gold. A rosary. Bad girls go to confession. Red and gold.
Nuns.
The church, perhaps.
Not nuns.
The spot she pointed to on the map, does that relate to anything that might be church related that I could think of?
Nope. Nope.
Do those, how about, and we can totally roll for this too.
Mhm.
Do those words mean anything to David? Like the red and the gold and the rosary?
Let's roll for it. And we'll let the dice decide. Let's see. What do I want you to roll? I want you to roll something. Maybe academic recall. Let's do intelligence plus academics. Your difficulty is 2 successes. See what you get.
I don't think my specialty would apply here, which is folklore, but this seems
Not really. This is more
it
of
seems
like
religious.
yeah. This is more religious, but I mean you do work for a religious college, so like maybe
Yeah. I have 2.
you got 2 successes. Great.
2 successes.
So you can't quite put your finger on which, because like there's several different churches. Like there's Lutherans, there's Catholics, there's all different types of denominations here in St. Ardent. So you can't quite put your finger on it, but with the mention of the rosary, you think maybe there was a church maybe up in let's see, probably up in the Bluffs area, so just north of the college. There might have been a church that their clergy wear red and gold. You think maybe up in that area, the North Point Bluffs area?
The Bluffs, you say?
Which happens to be La Sombre territory.
The Somber territory, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Aware of that. There might be an old church associated with some of these particular symbolisms our belligerent friend is sharing with us. Up in the Bluffs.
And once we had pointed to the X below the glass quarter, I think that was nowhere close to the docks we were already at, right?
Correct. Yeah,
All
that
right.
was not close to the docks where you guys were at.
I just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Would that also count for the parking garage that we first encountered the seal?
Oh, at the impound lot?
Mhm.
No, it's not near the impound lot either.
Cool.
Well, if there's a church in the Bluffs area, shouldn't we go?
Did we go,
That would be one option.
go where she said she touched something first, since it's close by?
That would be another option.
Yeah, so your 2 options of locations are either you go up towards North Point Bluffs area, north of the college and go investigate up in there and see if you can find the church that she is speaking of. Or if you look on that city infrastructure plan map that I showed you guys last week, there is an X right near the river. It's a little bit more northwest of where you guys were at the docks.
Mm. The one that's like right under the words Walking
Yep.
River.
Waukegan River. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. But there is also one up in the North Point Bluffs area as well. So
What do you guys think of starting closer to the lab and then branching out from there?
I'm not opposed.
David will check his pocket watch. What time is it?
So at this point it's getting pretty late in the evening, I would say. Is this something where you guys want to rest and try and go out so you have a longer time to research before you have to hurry back and get, in cover for daylight?
I think if it's late, we could go to the closer one. Just to have as much information as we can get before we start again tomorrow. But I am getting a bit peckish as well.
Well, I don't think we can hunt, so that's the problem.
Can't really hunt down here in glass quarters with the feeding restrictions. There's restrictions on the Riverwalk area. There's restrictions at the glass quarters area of the city, and then also around Elysium, which is over in the Cathedral District. So you guys would have to leave this area to go hunt if you did want to.
We could go visit Sister Edith.
She...
There have been
What?
times where she's been grateful enough, or I have been grateful enough to receive pray from her.
Oh, you mean... Okay.
Part of her herd.
Hmm.
I mean, it's up to you guys. If you guys want to go hunt, we can do some rolls and we can go through that real quick. If you guys want to reconvene back at the lab, because you guys have a couple of options here. Because as we said last week, you guys were able to, one, research more of these, like, city archival footage and whatnot from within the computer systems in the Glass Quarter lab. So that's option number one. Option number two is to go to one of these locations, or option number three is to go and find and try and go through the various neighborhoods and find the church that you're not really sure where it is.
Well, I get everyone's, we got some stuff maybe to do tonight, but I need to reconceptualize something just out loud so I make sure it makes sense to me. And when I say that, I look to Ellie, because I'm not trying to really acknowledge them that they're there, but I'm about to say something out loud so that they hear it, just to see how they react. And I look to the map again. We got these points, and then it was Ernest and David. We dug up more paperwork on this, that there's structures down there. Something that they were saying that was older than the foundations of the city. Now, usually I wouldn't want to go in and just come up with some kind of stupid idea, but the real problem that we face is we've been tasked to take care of this by the Prince themselves. For me, when it comes to reconnaissance, and there's no other options besides diving in head first, I'd like to get to one of these spots, one of these areas they said was older, and at least witness whatever the hell they were talking about with these structures, what this ward might be. That way we can have a frame of reference, right? And then I look to the rest of the group as I say it.
I mean,
Absolutely.
That's why we're
Agreed.
talking about the close by one, which is where she touched a ward, so it's easy enough to see without having to go too far, hopefully.
I'm not
When he's-
opposed.
When they're all answering to that, I want to look at Ellie. Can I do some kind of roll to see if I can read anything on him, or is she like kind of in the grips of the Malkavian whispers?
I mean, she's coherent-ish, as much as a Malkavian can be. Yeah, I mean, you could give me a little. Let's see here. What do I need to roll? You can do Wits Insight. See if you can get any reactions off of Ellie. For Wits Insight, you'll need 2 successes. Bestial failure, bestial failure, bestial failure.
Not to start it off like that.
That's a great Christmas present, I'm just saying.
2 successes.
2 successes. All right. Ellie appears curious, but she doesn't like give you any like weird vibes off of what you're saying. Like, she's definitely interested in what's happening, but she's not particularly like upset or anxious or angry or anything like that.
All right.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to go to the nearest location?
We should go to the nearest one, like everyone has said, and then we can disperse from there. And go find the church tomorrow.
Works for me.
Seems like a plan.
The sheriff, who's kind of remained quiet for this entire interaction, looks at you all and goes, I want you guys to take Ellie with you.
I was just going to ask that.
You want us to take the person who last time they went this place lost their mind and had to be locked up in a room?
Well, she's not going to touch it this time, are you, Ellie? No, I learned my lesson.
Should we bind her just in case?
I probably have something somewhere.
You might also have to bind me if the same thing happens again.
I mean,
Gino?
I gave you guys all stakes. You guys will be fine.
I'd prefer not to get staked again.
Ellie is very intuitive. She's done a lot of work for the city. I trust her.
All right, let's do this thing.
They have more eyes.
All right. So you guys gather whatever materials or whatever things you want to gather before you guys head out. Remember last time each of you guys was given a stake to add to your inventory. So there's that. Are you guys gonna all load up in one vehicle, or are we taking separate? What are we doing?
If we can fit on the way out, because we're in the lab setting, can I just say I grab a few, like kind of just little vials, plastic little 1 milliliters or something? just to
Absolutely.
take
Yeah,
samples?
you're quickly able to grab like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, if the plan is to leave separately from there, we should take whatever vehicles you brought. I don't know what you guys were at. I came on my own, so.
We came all together in a SUV.
Yes.
All right.
So
was picked up. Yes.
You were abducted.
Abducted.
Alright.
Yes.
You got abducted. All right. Well, you guys all load up in your various vehicles, and you guys make your way down to the river, where you guys come. As you guys pull up, there's, like, it's clearly under an overpass, and where the X is, there's like underground access there, like not through like a manhole, but like a service door that you guys could go through.
Here's hoping there's stairs and not a ladder.
He's hoping to the Nosferatu don't ask any questions about why we're here.
Well, I would imagine that this is also not something they're using, or we would have heard about these things earlier.
Yep. Ellie kind of shuffles towards the door and opens it. She's like, this way. She starts like doing this weird, like almost half skip through the doorway and down this hall, this long corridor. And it's an older corridor that's like, it's not like concrete sheer. It's like layered brick. Like this access has been here for a very long time, probably since the beginnings of the city, at least when more of the industrial age happened. Very, very old brick, kind of curve upwards in this like archway, and it's very dimly lit. About every 10 feet or so, there's like one of those old like almost Edison bulb lights. That's the glow off of it is this faint yellow. It's very echoey in here, so every footstep you guys take, you can hear the click, 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 and like the slow drips of water in the distance. You can hear that as well. Anybody want to give me perception awareness?
Why not?
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Perception. Where is?
Would it be wits awareness or?
Or wits awareness, yeah. Wits awareness. I'm sorry. This is what I get for only having one cup of coffee today.
Has 4 successes.
I got 2 successes.
Ernest is sticking near the back of the group and just
0.
Mr. Slux, you're not aware of
Great.
anything that's going on around you right now. You're distracted.
Trying-
There's like a pebble in your shoe, and it's pissing you off because you don't have your sub here to remove your shoe and like get it out for you. So you're like, you're slightly annoyed and not really aware of what's going on. Anili, what did you get for successes?
2. And I'd actually like to fall back really quick with Ernest as he's like trying to stay in the back. And I look to him, and I don't like say anything with this. And I don't do this in a way that I'm hiding it from the rest of the group. But I kind of classic, pull out some, we'll just say Tremere trademark chalk. And as we walk, I kneel down really quick, but I look to Ernest to make sure he's looking over at me. And I draw a simple circle on the ground, and I just make sure that he sees it as I like step up again really quick and keep walking.
not a bad plan to mark where we've been. No. Ernest is also just keeping his distance from Ellie, and it's like, when this goes wrong, and it's going to, I want to be as far away from that as I can be.
Crazy Malkavian, noodle
Crazy
arm
Malkavian
Tremere.
Yeah, Crazy Malkavian, who's already been super crazy by being here.
Mm-hmm.
The door was unlocked. The Malkavian is skipping. What could go wrong?
Nothing.
I think
Nothing.
you have your stakes. I think
Stakes
you're
at
the
the
only one
ready.
who's probably good at using them.
Yeah.
Ellie,
And I'm not that great.
as Ellie skips, she's also humming the nursery rhyme, and those of you that are aware can you immediately recognize it. But for Ernest, at the same time, you start to hear this really faint hum.
Yeah, it's gonna get bad.
Did
Ellie,
3 successes on wits awareness do anything?
no, you recognize immediately that Ellie's doing that like sing-songy, nursery rhyme that you guys discovered last week, or last episode. But Ernest definitely hears a hum, that low frequency hum.
The hum is back.
What do you mean the hum is back?
Isolde, as they say hum,
God damn it.
The
You-
thing.
Sorry, Isolde.
The thing.
you start to also, it's as if your very untrained Malkavian Madness Network picks up on that hum like a homing beacon, and if anybody reminds you of it, you are immediately aware of it in the back of your brain, just sitting there, just itching the back of your brain, prickling that hum.
Sorry, Isolde.
It's alright, I'll just think of something worse than that. Like geese.
Geese are disgustingly worse.
Yes, they are.
Cobra chickens.
Cobra chicken.
Well, hold on. This might be useful, right?
I
What?
am not a science experiment.
But you could be.
But we have one. She's further than we are because she's skipping down the hallway.
Just let me know if it
And
gets
speaking
more
of which,
intense.
Ellie, please don't get too far away from us.
Ellie slows up and she starts twirling,
Thank you.
waiting for you guys to catch up.
I start to walk towards her, muttering under my breath, and they call me insane.
You know, when this goes bad and she ends up dead, the sheriff's gonna blame us. So we're all on board with this.
Yeah, they're fucking right. Or
Oh, for
did
sure.
fuck at one point.
For sure.
Yeah. That was.
He
way
never
too-
learned don't put your dick in crazy.
Yeah, that. Ugh. You never put your dick in crazy. Crazy always
Unless you're the
bites back.
sheriff.
No. Especially if you're the sheriff.
And position of authority should not, even more so.
Ellie
You
looks
can
at
say no, so.
Ellie immediately looks at you, Isolde, and reaches out over the Madness Network. Tell me, have you ever spoken to another Malkavian via the Madness Network?
No.
Tell me, then, how about this? How does the Madness Network show up for you? For some people, the Madness Network can show up as colors or wavelengths or stars or sounds or tastes. How does it show up for your brain?
I'm gonna base this mostly off of myself. Since I am an astrophile, I will say the stars.
Okay. You begin to see in your mind's eye this flickering of bright light. A beautiful twinkling star reaches towards you. It's not aggressive, but you interpret it as you are connecting with Ellie over the Madness Network, and she whispers at you through the network and through her star, which gets brighter and brighter as her words become more clear. You have much to learn. But that's okay. We all start somewhere. This is a gift. Our premonitions, this network, you'll soon learn it's a gift. It's not a curse. It's what they all want us to believe, but we see the truth. We see the patterns and the chaos that everyone else misses. You have a chance to see this pattern and help them. None of you guys hear this, by the way. This is all completely over the Madness Network.
Good.
What pattern do you speak of?
Ellie smiles, but not outwardly, not physically, but you can sense in her star, and it starts to glow a beautiful lilac purple. And she says, we see the patterns that history has left us. The patterns and the chaos that no one else sees. We can tell where these wards came from. I failed last time because I wasn't prepared for what I would experience.
You're going to touch it again, aren't you?
Probably. But it won't be like last time. I won't be caught off guard. It's weird. Ellie's voice in Over the Madness Network is coherent. It's calm. It's confident.
Then I'll keep what you've told me to myself for now. I'll just watch.
No one will get hurt. But you should learn these things. It's what makes us special.
I will just watch for now.
Sometimes that's the best way to learn. And you feel her presence fade back into her own corner of the Madness Network.
Well, this should be fun.
How much further are we, Ellie?
It's like 15 feet that way. There's this
Perfect.
weird, like, corridor.
What do you mean weird?
Well, just come up here, you'll see. And as you guys approach where Ellie is kind of standing and pointing, about 10 feet up, you see this old, like, you know when a window gets walled up with brick? Like there's still that arch there? The arch is there and the bricks have been pulled away and they're stacked neatly next to this archway. And Ellie says, it's just down there. I'll go.
Did you do that?
No, I found it like that. I like to explore.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
You will stay with us. You won't go first.
Are you sure? I've been down here.
Yes,
Entirely
but we
sure.
will need your help getting down there and making sure we get to the right spot.
Okay. She kind of slows her skipping so that she's still kind of with the group. Do you guys go through the doorway?
Yeah.
I'd look over it, even offer to go first.
Chicken shits.
Allie's just standing in the doorway, like leaning up against the wall. You notice, though, as you guys get close to the entryway and go through the door, these walls are not brick. They're sandstone. This has been carved in to the river area, the bluffs against the river.
Before stepping in, I'm just gonna pull out like a handkerchief and wrap up one of those bricks and tuck it in his bag.
You have one brick?
Rick. Now you can beat somebody upside the head, hopefully.
I don't have enough aspects to object read, but the Tremere do. And they can tell me who unopened this thing, hopefully.
Or you have Ellie, who could as well.
I didn't think anyone here had aspects 4.
Ellie does.
I also don't trust that crazy bitch.
I don't trust
You
the
don't
crazy.
trust crazy.
I don't trust the crazy.
You don't stick your dick in the crazy, and you don't trust the crazy.
They are not a reliable witness.
The more you know.
Da, 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 da. Mistress Lex will go first.
Okay.
And have Ellie next to her.
Okay. Yeah, Ellie stays right by your side, you know? She doesn't try and rush off or anything. She's kind of like skipping alongside of you, like really slow, like, just, you know, a little strut skip, kind of weird, bouncy little Malkavian thing. She seems like she's coming back into her own and not, she's more lucid.
That steak can give you a hard reset.
I mean, sometimes it does.
That's not the first time you've been staked.
No. God, no. Won't be the last.
Well. So what are we looking for?
It's just right up here. And as you guys get closer, there is really, there's not a lot of light in here from the corridor. You guys are about 20 feet in, so the light, it's pretty dark in here. Ellie kind of like leans down, and on the ground there's like a lantern, and it's one of those like battery operated lanterns, and she clicks it on. She said, "See?" and she points up, and right there in front of you guys, in this like solid, these are limestone blocks. So instead of the smooth surface, you see these limestone large blocks. Like we're talking like 2 feet long, a foot high, and your estimation, given how big these are, it's probably about a foot deep. But these large blocks, and then in the center there is a 2 foot by 2 foot block that has the root symbol on it, right in front of you.
Alright.
And that's where it just ends.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a gate, probably.
Just walled
Literally sealed. What do you think is sealed off, Ellie? What have you heard is sealed off?
I don't know.
Nothing. The symbol didn't show you anything. Whatever you.
No, I just got really overwhelmed by the hum. I also
Did the thing? We say the thing.
the thing.
Is Isolde gets a little overwhelmed.
I mean, I get it. I got overwhelmed. I wasn't prepared. I can see things if I touch them. I wasn't prepared for that.
Did you hear the hum before you touched it or after?
I heard a little bit before, but I got overwhelmed when I touched it the last time.
While they're talking, I'm gonna go over to the nearest wall, not where the symbol is, but the nearest wall, and just place my hand on the limestone.
It's cold.
While they're doing that, I would like to sense the unseen again while I'm looking at the symbol. And I don't know if I can, like, kind of compound this, because I don't think there's anything new we could really learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want to take this symbol in, if I need another roll after this, to see if there's anything different from what we've noticed in the printed examples or the example I saw at the warehouse. But
Yeah.
I'll give you a sense the unseen first.
Yeah. Give me a sense of the unseen.
7 fucking successes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. This one's weird though. It's glowing that same, like, that weird faint red that you saw before. But it is very faint. You would expect a ward like this to glow a little bit brighter. That's you given your experience with Tremere and wards and whatnot, you are certain that there's something weird going on here.
I
like-
try to do a wits, or I'm sorry, some kind of occult something to see if I
I'm-
can understand the symbolism anymore. Or
Sure. Let's do.
I guess what I really want to see is, like, when we say a Tremere aspect, I really want to dig into how I'm seeing this pulsing and if I can relate it to actual Tremere warding that I might have ever really seen.
Sure. Yeah, give me an intelligence plus occult. You're going to need 3 successes.
Five successes.
You, Anili, you are certain. You have never been more certain that this was done by a Tremere. But it's wrong. There's something wrong with it. You don't know what's wrong with it. You don't think... Actually, no. With 5 successes, you know that the Tremere that originally put this here did not intend for this to be this faint. It was not always like this.
I'm, like, looking over it as everyone else is, and I guess I'll kind of, like, let it slip out loud, almost like I didn't mean to say it. Like, there's something all wrong about this. There's an intention. There's some kind of control. There's something that got out of hand.
Ellie...
And, like, as I say it, I walk closer.
Yeah, Ellie's also walking closer.
Ellie,
She's looking. No, look. Look.
don't touch it.
Look. She holds her hand up, hovering over it, not touching it. But you can see there's been damage. It looks a little different than the different ones you've seen once you take a closer look at it. And especially with Anili kind of saying there's something wrong. You guys kind of take a closer look.
Has it been scratched, or is it
It looks like it's like somebody's attempted to destroy it.
like with a pickaxe or something?
Something. You don't know what could even affect a magical ward like this. But what you do know is that something's tampered with this. Do you guys want to take a look around?
Yeah.
Sure. Let me look around with my shit awareness.
Yeah, if you guys want to kind of just take a look around and maybe investigate the area a little bit. Maybe do a little
Would that just be awareness?
wits awareness.
What's awareness?
I'm gonna. Oh my god! I'm gonna search the blood.
Do it.
I'm not too hungry, so this should be fun. I don't get hungrier.
Yay!
Thank the Buddha or somebody.
Lilith.
Thank you,
Literally.
Google.
Thank you, Google.
Thank you,
And
Google.
it's 2, right? It's 2 with it's 2 dice.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got 3 successes just based on a normal
'Kay.
normal check.
Okay.
Okay. 3 successes as well.
Okay.
The blood surge.
Well-
Unclear, and 6 successes.
Dang, goddamn.
Well, so one of my blood die is the one with like the little, but I don't have any crits, so
You're fine then. Remember, you need 2.
just
I'm not gonna really join them in the search. I'm like enamored in this oddity that I've seen. I'm pondering the ward.
Ponder away, good sir.
if your name starts with an E, don't touch the symbol. That means you too, Ernest.
David,
Look over it.
are you looking around at all?
Yeah, I'm looking around, probably with a more specific to look for other symbols,
Okay.
things like that. And I have 2 successes.
Okay, great. So you guys are kind of like looking around. You don't notice any other symbols or anything, but Ernest, you're the first person to see this. Because you got so many successes. If you want to look at under Chronicle Docs, I already uploaded them. But the first 2 up there, this CWL and then CN. And I will put them on screen for everyone. Oh, not that yet. Okay, so the first document that you find, Ernest, it's an old piece of paper. It's shoved under a brick. But at the top of the heading, it says St. Ardent City Works Ledger. The ink is incredibly faded, though, on this document. It looks old, like older than like any of the 1950s documents you looked at. Like we're talking like early 1800s old. The paper is incredibly brittle too.
Yeah, and he'll give that a read over before. He's real careful to kind of pull it into his notebook to keep it supported so that it doesn't, damage it further.
Yeah. Yeah,
Before
pieces of the
showing-
edges are like just
Yeah.
flaking off. Like it's very old.
Before kind of showing everyone else what it says. This sentence here: masks place at junction, ground responds less now, wards held. That is an interesting note. And that priests were called to do something here.
And then the second
Sorry, I was gonna ask, are we all able to look at those 2 documents now?
Yep, you guys can look at those 2 documents if Ernest is sharing them with you guys. The second document is weird. It is dirty, the paper, but it's much, much more modern. Like, this got accidentally left down here. There's a coffee stain down in the corner. And you have no idea what it says.
Some kind of code or cipher again.
Does anybody want to take a closer look at the paper?
Are those dates? No.
Don't think so. Though up here at the very top it says, I think it's A equals 26.
Oh. An R? Is that an R equals 9? But it's not the same as the cipher before, right?
Nope, this is completely different.
Equals 26. R equals 9.
Where are you finding that?
It's very, very faint at the top.
As soon as she points it
Oh, I
out,
see.
Yeah.
it looks that what you guys are noticing looks more like an impression. Like that was not supposed to be there. It's like a piece of the cipher was written on the page before it. And
Like it's a pin indentation or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yep.
There might be more to this, so we might have to look around a little bit harder.
Ellie?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about mask whenever it comes to this area?
About what?
Mask. Masks? Masks? Like face coverings?
Yeah.
Were they needed to be down here? Was there like a gas leak?
I mean, not in my time.
Let's see. Have you seen this before? These pieces of paper?
No, I didn't look too hard though. I found the lantern down here. It was still warm.
It's an electric one.
Yeah,
Is that right?
it was still warm. Like it'd been left on and then turned off, and then I found it down here.
Interesting. Usually those go cold quite quickly.
I don't know.
Safety mechanism.
When did you last come down here, Ellie?
Probably like a week ago.
And how long did the sheriff say Mr. Grady was missing?
I think it's been like 4 days now. 3 days? 4 days? 3 days.
So it would
3
be
days.
him. Still.
But recent. Definitely recent.
Yeah, the paper that you guys have found, the newer one, is definitely like, it's just dirty from like,
The coffee stain one?
yeah, it's just dirty. It's not like old and brittle. It's like, it looks like maybe it came from like a legal pad or something.
Perhaps a message for a fellow conspirator.
Something like that.
Possibly. We've already dealt with one cipher. More complicated one, it seems.
While they're discussing that, I'm not gonna touch the symbol or anything, but I want to kneel down where I'm at, kind of examining it, and I want to touch the ground around it, and I want to see if I can kind of like feel a hum resonating like through this area or not.
Give me wits plus occult.
Two successes.
Without touching the symbol, but like, are you touching the wall? That's the bricks that are beneath and
Yeah,
above
kind
the
of like
symbol?
the wall and the floor, yeah, like between it.
You feel almost in your bones this low vibration. And you can feel the shift, the movement from the sound in each of your joints, your knuckles. They vibrate back and forth ever so slightly.
I like nap up and walk away from it. I go over towards, I guess, Ernest to like look over the paperwork that they found.
He's just kind of looking at trying to figure it out.
What about that legend? You said something about priests?
Yeah, it says that priests were brought in when they did something, but no one knew who had called the priests, and they did some kind of blessing and then left.
Probably establishing the wards.
Maybe, but I mean,
Or re-establishing.
if you get some of these priestly types caught up in thaumaturgy.
Well, a priest could easily be somebody with aspects, and it could be the prince, since they didn't know who had summoned them.
Yeah, but
Prince
this is from the work ledger, so I don't know.
Prince has access to the files. She said it herself. And especially if you have ghouls working in the government, it's easy to make sure if anything goes awry, you know about it, right? That's the whole point of a ghoul. Take care of your business during the day. At least that's how I was used.
Mistress Lux says that I look back to the symbol and back to them, and I don't know. It's just.
Well, it sounds like the priests weren't in here. They were out where the passage was sealed.
Which means
They were summoned to the site upon completion of sealing the passageways.
Or if it was tampered with, because I've seen things like this. People don't know what the hell they're doing. They can kind of make these wards go astray, act in a way it's kind of completely unpredictable. But this can't be the only one, right? There's all those X's on the map.
which makes me wonder how many have been tampered with, and by whom.
Suddenly, you guys hear Ellie speak out, and you see her hand is firmly pressed on the symbol. And her eyes are closed, and she's listening. And
Ellie, I said don't touch.
she's not aware of you being there. She then begins to say, "It's thinning. The world, not the air. The hum is in my teeth like a hymn I never learned. Roots in the sky, red and gold. Not growing, not reaching. St. George out of the fog. Windows alive, holy like a blade. Roots in the mortar, holding it a cage. Magic ones, Tremere. I see footsteps, thousands. The ground remembers hungry uncertainty. Tunnels that don't exist. Silence nailed into stone. Marks at choke points, straight, deliberate. A mouth pretending to be a map. It's not waking, it's listening. It was never asleep, it was caged. And the cage is thinning. She pulls her hand away and recoils. She pulls her hand close to her body.
Ellie,
And she just
are
keeps
you
saying,
okay?
the cage is thinning. The cage is thinning.
The cage of what?
The cage is thinning.
What is it? What's being caged?
The cage is thinning. She points to the symbol and goes, the cage.
The symbol is the cage.
The cage. It's thinning.
It does look like prison bars instead of just roots. If you think of it that way.
Does seem like a cage. If you look at the map that you guys were given, the 4 points, not talking on the 2 that are further in the bluffs area, but the main ones around the river, it does resemble a cage. 4 points. Something in the center, possibly.
And a chain holding it aloft.
Or I
Dragging
could just
it
be
away.
speaking out of my ass, who knows. But that's what it looks like to me.
Ellie's, her head's cocked to the side and she's holding her hand to her chest. Like at her wrist.
Is your hand okay? Do we need to take you back?
I'm fine, I saw gold and
Red
red,
and priest.
crimson.
Like blood. Are the people that you're referring to the ones trying to cage whatever it's caged? They're trying to loosen it.
They're trying to release it. The dragon.
Oh,
You mentioned the Tremere, and I look over at Anili. Do you know anything about this?
If I had to make a guess at this, you're not too far off on the page. These might be some kind of intricate nodes that ground some kind of ritual that could keep something restrained to an extent. And whatever this is, it's definitely thaumaturgic.
Ellie just
I look-
keeps muttering, the cage is thinning. St. George, dragon. Crimson, gold. A shield of gold. A cross of red. A crown.
symbols of the clans. The crown, the Lasombra,
No,
the cross.
not
no.
us. Not us. This is not us. A shield that's gold with a cross of crimson.
Oh no. No, 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 no,
In the
no,
corner,
no.
a crown.
No, no.
St.
no.
George wants his dragon.
No, 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 no,
What
no,
is-
no, no.
What are you, why are
Saint
you saying no?
Leopold. Saint Leopold. They partner with other human hunters. They've attacked
Churches hunters.
the cities here before. Not here, but in the United States. Boston, New York, DC, LA.
That you know of.
That makes sense. The first two words of this cipher are the church. Gonna take a while more to figure out the rest of it, but the first two words are the church.
No. They're deeply disturbed. They are the reason for the Crusades. They are the reason for... No. Oh.
So you're saying we're dealing with essentially vampire hunters
They
of
are
the highest
hunters
order.
Of the highest order. They're not just
Mistress,
Buffy and the Scooby Gang.
actually, David, are you listening to everyone right now?
Yeah, I am.
Do
I was
you
thinking about...
do you want to give me a using your folklore specialty? I'll let it ride for this because I feel like you're almost there, but I don't want to just give it to you.
Okay.
Give me intelligence plus your academics?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would
Yeah.
work.
And use your specialty.
I'm gonna rouse,
Okay.
and I'm hungry. Oh no, I'm success. I'm not hungry.
Hey.
That's good. Make sure I got this right. Math is difficult right now.
Numbers are hard.
They sure are. Okay, that's the correct amount of dice. 4 successes.
There's something prickling at the back of your brain, David. It's there. You know the answer's there. And you're grasping at it. It's as though you are trying to grab smoke. But then a memory flashes. North Point Bluff, the Church of St. George, one of the oldest churches in the city. There's a church up there, right near where that X is from the map. And then you start thinking St. George, St. George, St. George. The Knights of St. George. A once affiliate of whom Mistress Lux was just talking about.
So, there was a Church of St. George in the Bluffs. Perhaps not coincidentally near one of these X's. Knights of St. George.
Hunters?
Affiliated with the
Society of Leopold.
Society of Leopold, as you'd said.
Great. Just what we need. Religious fervor in the form of a hunting party. Are they a cult of some kind? Why would they want to release other than killing
I don't
all?
think they wanted to release this. I've got a bit
That
more.
would-
The church records were right, every warning, every description. I think the church was trying to lock something else up or trying to keep something. Someone else is doing that. I think the church is releasing this.
Allie shakes her head no. They're trying to release it.
You said a dragon.
The warning is us.
What do you mean, us? Oh, they're
We sealed it.
yes. Yeah, these are Anelli.
They want the dragon back.
What?
Oh,
Dragon. Like a
I have an idea. And it's completely insane, so probably it fits with what we're having this conversation right now.
like one of us.
No.
No. So back when we first met, God, was that just hours ago?
Yes.
Yes.
We talked about some. We talked a bit about some of the legends of the river, of the earth itself, rising up, being controlled sometimes, or sometimes just on its own, rising up to take, or as the rhyme we so went through today, it's you know it's attracted to
Emotion.
strife. What if the Order of St. George is trying to wake up the earth itself, whatever this is, to use against us?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that they would do something stupid like that.
Ellie just starts tapping her nose.
Aren't they the ones?
It's incredibly stupid of them, because who's to say it won't come for them, too?
I mean, so far it has been kind who have been affected. Maybe they don't know that it's affecting them more and less of us.
Ellie
Hold
just
on.
Yeah.
starts twisting her hair.
What if they're affecting the food supply?
Wouldn't be the first time government's fucked.
That would be a smarter strategy, yes.
You you break a few seals, wake up the earth, fuck with the kind. Then we're restricted. We can't eat all the time. Can't.
Restrictions have already happened, Mistress Lux. And you're suddenly jolted back to the memory of Elysium when you guys first all met. What was the prince talking about? What was she doing that night? Edicts. Feeding restrictions. Masquerade breaks.
They're already ahead of us. Who knows what's next?
When we become hungry, we become very, very, very sloppy.
Which means they
No
have
breaks.
all the ammo that they need to call in the bigger guns.
It's not too late. You hear Ellie's quiet voice, just sitting off in the corner. I mean, obviously they stopped him before.
Is there a way to reseal these?
I don't. You would have to ask your Tremere friends.
There's always a way, but there could be something even worse to some of this. And
What do you mean?
well, I don't know if I'm just running with conspiracies here while, all these things come to light, but it's one thing to disturb something like this, to try to stop it, right? But what it seems to me is that some of these alterations are intentional, meaning that it could be, how could I say, refocused, reused in a way that they might know more than we think that they know. They might expect us to find this out. They might be trying to not only release something, but possibly keep it under their own control. But that's a wild conspiracy, because what's bothering me the most is that these kind are somehow knowledgeable enough to be influencing this, more so than just destroying it.
So what you're saying is we need to look at the
You need
condition that the
list
other
of-
wards were in.
We need whatever church records talk about this thing, because that's where they're getting their information from. It's going to take me a while to translate the rest of this cipher. I figured it out, but it's just tedious.
Well, let's take a picture of the changed symbol, so we
Breaking
know.
a ward is easy. That's easy to do. So it's pretty basic magic knowledge. Break the circle, break the ward. But
But we don't want to break it at this point, do we?
no, we need to rebuild it apparently for whatever it's keeping in. But this isn't a simple ward. This is something much bigger, because wards that we have now last a short while. They don't last this long. So this is something much bigger. Also, those are much more targeted. This is different.
Don't want to send us on a wild goose chase, but it's probably best that we check some of the other marked sites to see if they didn't find the same kind of map that we have, or to see if there's any one of these areas they might not have found yet, because that could be our upper hand.
I have one more thing I would like to check.
Sure.
I will pull the stake out of my coat. I will hand it to Lux and look at you
Thank
and
you.
go, not unless you have to, please.
Okay, what are you doing?
I am going to run my finger across the ward and then taste it.
Sure. What are you looking for in this taste?
Let's see if there's any blood in it.
Okay. Sure.
That's it.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Give me. What do I want you to roll for this? Jesus. First of all,
Science.
well, we're gonna do this first, okay? I want you to give me a resolve plus composure, and you need to get 3 successes first.
Don't make me stake you.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Nothing. Not a fail, though.
Not a fail,
Oh,
but
bestial
no
fail.
successes.
It's a fail, but it's not a bestial fail. No
Okay.
successes.
It doesn't completely take you over, but when you touch the symbol, it's almost good that you failed, because you can feel that it's thinning and the hum is louder.
Okay. Definitely broken.
maybe we don't lick the magic things,
I licked it, it's mine.
or leave it to the people who it's their
Um,
fault. job to do
Says
that.
the person who ate a bloody cloth.
And then
Yeah,
at the pier.
I have the ability to read that kind of stuff. That's what I'm here for.
but you noticeably feel as you touch the symbol your knuckles. They vibrate back and forth and you can feel the bone grinding on bone beneath your hand as your knuckles shift ever so slightly back and forth. It's not audible, you don't hear a grinding, but you feel it. It is that uncomfy, almost electrical feeling, but it's not electrical. Do you still taste it?
No.
Damn it. I'm just kidding.
Good choice. When in doubt, if it makes your bones hurt, don't fucking do it.
If it vibrates your bones. Depends on what you're into.
That's now the third rule. Don't stick your dick in crazy, don't trust crazy, and if it makes your bones hurt, don't trust it. There you go.
Probably within 10 minutes, we're going to have another rule. Just
Probably.
how we're going. Oh, that is definitely a ward. And it is definitely broken.
Yeah. The thing is, they didn't just break it. They weakened it, so it's slowly degrading.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either intentional, and they wanted this to be a gradual process, or they were scared of just opening it up and letting whatever was loose while they were still here.
Well, they have an intended alteration.
If we're going on the basis of this being the hunters doing it, they can't do any alteration to blood sorcery. We don't have blood sorcery.
Unless they're working with other kindred.
I did say it was done by a Tremere.
Mages.
The
Or...
ward was made by a Tremere. The breaking of it could be anyone with a strong enough knife. It's literally break the symbol, break the ward.
Let's see.
So my next question
Which would explain the
Just-
chips.
is, so if these are wards of some sort, presumably made by high-level members of Clan Tremere, why doesn't the city leadership seem to know anything about this?
Well,
Just too old?
change
or-
hands. Too old. Not enough records. And are you really going to write down, we have this place warded, and this place warded, and this place warded using this ward from this clan? What's the first rule? Don't break the masquerade. Writing
Okay.
things down.
Don't talk about Fight Club.
I've got
Exactly.
more of this cipher translated, and I know why it was cut off. Whatever it is, the church hunters were using it to find us, so they warded it off. They cut off that knowledge so they couldn't use it to track us down. That would be why we also hid the knowledge, because as much as we are one happy family under the tower, giving someone else the knowledge of where they can find other kindred is the greatest thing, considering we have enemies that are also just as much us.
I look back to Ellie when he says that, after she says the Fight Club thing. I'm like, and you said it was warm when you found this? Shouldn't we bring the lantern back to the lab too? See if we can get anyone to go through some of the memories in it or something? I mean, who the fuck broke into this place to begin with?
Let me touch it.
The lantern?
Yeah, let me touch it.
Doesn't she still have the lantern?
No, she's not holding it. It's on the ground. Give me it.
All right, and I pick it up and I hand it over. I didn't even touch it.
Ellie takes it in her hands, and she places one above and one below, and sits there and closes her eyes. A believer. Blonde hair, blue eyes. The world at his fingertips, but damaged. Old records. Must. Old smooth wood. Creaking. Underground. Basement. Belief. Fervent belief. And she puts the lantern back down.
Well, that narrows it down.
Honestly, it does. Perches and hunters. It's one of the last of the two things that I even wanted to be dealing with all this.
Ellie, do you think you could sketch this person?
I'm not very good. But the place I saw him, it was hazy, but it looks like the basement of a chapel. There was old pews. He was seated on one.
Does he have any special features that you were able to see, minus the blue eyes and blonde hair?
Piercing blue eyes.
No moles, no marks, scars.
Alabaster skin, piercing blue eyes. As you guys are sitting here pondering, you notice the hour is growing late. You will need to retreat from here and go and get your rest for the evening. The sun will be rising soon.
Also, not for nothing, but if we have even a hint that Dr. Leopold and hunters are involved in this, we probably should tell the sheriff. It's kind of his job.
Right.
I
I will take Ellie back to the sheriff, and you all go back to your respective abodes. Isolde, do you need a place to stay?
Oh no, I'll just find a box somewhere close by.
Sleepover!
Hide out in a wall.
Sleepover, 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 sleepover.
I was going to suggest you can stay at my place, but
Sleepover!
Well, I
You
don't
can
want to
also-
impose, especially if you'll have clientele.
Oh, I won't
Over.
have clientele. I've canceled the next few days.
Sleepover, sleepover, sleepover. Ellie's
Not
just
for nothing.
fucking bouncing.
Well, then I won't
Not
say
for-
no
Sleepover.
if I won't be a nuisance to you.
Not with me, but
No.
with you two. Sleepover with you guys.
Oh, yes. I was about to say, I didn't.
I'm not
don't know
sleeping
if-
over. No, I have somewhere to sleep. No, I'm just excited that you guys get to have. I like sleepovers. I can't help it.
You want to sleep over in the sheriff's bed?
Yeah, it's really comfy actually. It's not a secret. Did you guys think it was a secret?
No.
I don't know.
It's not a secret. Everybody knows that we're fucking.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, not actually fucking, because that's stupid and a waste of time and energy, but I enjoy his company.
Right.
And, not for nothing, but I don't think any Malkavians should be alone tonight.
Sleep
You're
over,
doing pretty well.
sleep over, sleep over, sleep over, sleep over.
Minus the
sleep
hang up
over,
in the
sleep
lab
over,
area. But that was out of my control.
It's not out of your control. We will still make mistakes like I did with touching this ward and not being prepared last time.
That
prepared
situation
this
was,
time.
was out of my control.
That's what I'm saying. You will learn to be able to control and withstand. You'll still fuck up. I fuck up. But you'll learn. Just takes time. And she reaches out over the Madness Network again, her bright shining star coming forward. You immediately recognize who she is. Now that you know how she feels on the web. It's a gift. Embrace it. They all think we're crazy. But we know things. Things that they'll never know. You have a gift. You just need to cultivate it. And it takes time. And she fades back over the network.
Well, shall we head out then before the sun rises?
Yeah, I don't want to become fried chicken. Ellie kind of
Neither
turns
do
and
I.
starts skipping towards the exit.
Should we? Well, no. We'll need to have it unlocked so it can be rewarded. Let's go.
You gonna be fine reporting all this to the sheriff?
Yes, I'll survive. Someone has to be responsible, and also you all live on the other side of town, so I live the closest to the cathedral, or to the glass quarter. So, goodbye.
As we're still walking out, I want to walk past the where I put the circle down, assuming we know our way back.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to look to Ernest, and I just want to ask him, you see that circle, right?
Yes.
And then I want to ask our keeper, like, he does see that circle, and I still see the circle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because it was more so of a reality check for me to make sure we weren't getting fucked with some kind of weird magic.
Nope. Circle's still there on the ground.
Perfect. I feel like I'm in reality.
But you didn't spin a top, so are you? All right. Well, you guys break off. You drop Ellie off at the Glass Quarters lab. The sheriff says it's late. Why don't you guys all get together tomorrow and inform me then? Because if it's what you think it is, I got a whole lot of shit I gotta do. And I don't want to deal with it today.
Fine. See you in the evening.
Thank you. It's weird. The sheriff just thanked you. He doesn't thank anybody.
Well, she was a good egg.
She's helpful.
No. All right.
This is awkward. Can
It
we
really
go?
is. I don't like it. But goodbye.
Get the fuck out of my lab. And he slams
More
the door.
like it.
Slams the door. All right. You guys go to your respective... Is there anything that you guys want to do before we time skip to the next evening? Is there anything that you guys would like to... Personal...
I want to
I
ride
will-
back with Ernest. Sorry, go ahead.
Mine's pretty simple. I think I would just slake one hunger using
Okay.
my herd.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Which
what?
I am assuming the herd is probably at the Cobra.
Probably. I mean, it is a college
Oh.
bar. It's one of those that's like, they stop serving alcohol at 2 a.m. when it's legally they have to, but they're open 23 hours a day. So they only close down for that hour that the city requires them to clean. And then they open back up and they have like breakfast mimosas at 10 a.m. But like they also serve coffee and food and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, just go in there.
Easy enough. You're able to satiate your hunger, so to speak, to a point. Because you obviously don't drain your herd, correct? Okay.
No,
All right, cool.
just down to one hunger. I just want to get back to one hunger.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
speaking on that, I've been at 0 for a while. Am I finally feeling
It's-
hungry?
Who knows? If you do a route check, then yeah. But you won't do one until the morning, so. Who knows if you get hungrier?
We'll see.
We'll see. Maybe you omnommed a little too much. I don't know.
He just grabs himself a Capri Sun and goes home.
And Nelly, you said you wanted to do something in the vehicle with Ernest?
Oh yeah, riding with Ernest, we're blasting NPR. I feel more at home than the other night. But I look to Ernest, and this is gonna be up to our keeper too, because I'm actually unsure of it. Because V5 chantries, how do they work? But I look to Ernest as we're driving, like, all right. I mean, obviously you got your hands full with some of that. I think what I'm gonna try to do is see if I can hit one of our libraries, and see if I can bring up anything at all. Maybe at least not this symbol, then the fairy tale, the riddle that not the riddle, but the song that they had, or. Because I don't think anyone's going to really talk to me about this. And if I go asking some questions, I don't know if we need that kind of attention yet, even if we are working under the sheriff and the prince.
I think we'd be looking at large workings done at some point. Some kind of, I don't know what this thing is that they locked up, but it was something that was attracted to indiscretions, to violence, to those sorts of things, and the church was using it as a way to find us. So I would imagine that there's some record somewhere, but you'd have more access to the library than I would.
It was our clan that cleaned it up, though.
Yeah,
There has
who
to be
else
a
were-
reason.
Who else were they going to have do large blood sorcery work?
Yeah,
don't
of
have-
course.
A whole lot of like others doing it, especially that far back.
But if we locked it away and we didn't take it for ourselves, it has to be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think it was something that could be. I think it just reacted. Doesn't seem like it was something that they could. Or, everyone knew about it at the time, or at least the prince knew about it at the time, and wouldn't let them have it. Which would be why we also didn't write records about it, so that no one else could take it. I'd imagine the Tremere have a note somewhere about it, in case we ever wanted to use it for ourselves. That's much more of our MO, or their MO.
As you say that, I kind of like, I don't know if you're noticing me at all, if you're just driving along, but like, I'm actually kind of disturbed at the thought of it. But I'm sitting there letting your words hang.
That's why we wouldn't have destroyed it, even if we probably could have. What if we wanted to use it someday? If we needed to turn on other kindred?
I suppose so. Well, just hope we don't get into too much trouble looking. And then, I guess as we ride back, my intentions are, if I have any time at all, like maybe just an hour or something before respite, I'm going to see if we have a library available and see if I can do some Cthulian library work.
The place that would even potentially hold these documents would take a lot of upper level approval that you don't have the ability to access in this moment.
All right.
I will just drop the hint though that Ernest, you do have a connection.
Yeah, I know I have access, but I have access to the library, and I've been told not to abuse that privilege if I want to keep it. And then there's sneaking into the more forbidden section. I want to have a better idea of what we're looking for before
That's
I
fair.
try and rummage through.
Well, Odette is fond of you.
True, and I try not to abuse that
Right. I'm just
fondness.
extending for a later date, potentially. An avenue. Just reminding you what's on your sheet. All right. Well
Thought
then,
in my head too. I'm not gonna pursue sneaking in for any knowledge because the last thing I want to do right now is piss off the Tremere as well. Even though I am one, I don't need them asking any questions.
oh yeah,
about
you
Emily.
you already know you do not want to piss off Dr.
Yeah.
Odette Mercer. You know damn well that
So
is
there's
not.
no sneaky evil thoughts. In my mind.
There's not. She is the type of woman that is so coldly logical. She is fucking terrifying. David, you also would intimately know Dr. Odette Mercer, being, both of you working at the college. You also know as Kindred, she is terrifying, very Tremere, and is the primogen of the Tremere. So not somebody you really want to go pissing off, especially working at the college. But that thought might cross your mind too, that Odette might be somebody that you guys need to speak to at some point.
Yeah,
If not
maybe a bit
now,
more.
later.
Ernest would also make it clear that he is a very clear example that the Tremere don't throw away a tool that might prove useful later, even if it is dangerous to have around.
Odette is fond of you. It is no secret. She is fond of you. When she heard that you were coming back to St. Ardent, she was happy. She acts a little different towards you. So. All right, well then you guys go and get your rest. Sleepy time. And then can everybody give me a rouse check? Let's see if y'all get hungrier.
Our willpower also resets, correct?
Correct.
Unless
I
you
got-
spent a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
1 success.
Then you
That's all
do
you
not
need?
get hungrier. That's all you need. You
My
get
guess is-
hungrier?
I am hungrier.
Okay, so David,
Oh,
you're
no.
at 2. Zold, you're still at 0.
Didn't get hungrier for rouse for wake up, but I did get hungrier for blush of life. So
Rip. So are you at 2?
yeah, I am at 2 then.
Okay. 2.
Yeah,
David's at 2.
some too.
Mr. Slux is at 2. 3? 3? You fucked up.
She hasn't had clients lately.
The other question is that I still have a stain. Is that? I can't remember if that's something we resolve now.
Oh shit! No, we
To
do
see if
need.
I
Yes, we have.
humanity drop.
Yes. Yeah. Fuck. What's the roll? Shit. Yes, it resolves.
This is fun math. This is
I
fun
think
math.
I forget this.
Fun
yeah,
math.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
it's your
So it's 10 minus your humanity. So what's your
you
current
would-
humanity?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 7.
Okay, so you have 3 dice. How many stains do you have?
Just one.
He has 1.
1. So you're down to 2 dice. Roll 2 dice, get at least 1 success.
Oh, yes, 1.
Cool.
Okay.
Then you lose the stain. You feel bad about the thing you did. You don't rationalize it and lose part of your humanity.
Good job.
Okay.
You're a
Or-
cold-hearted bastard.
In this
Yay!
case, Oblivion didn't eat part of your soul.
Yeah, just like
Since you got it from the rouse off of Oblivion powers.
yeah,
Yep.
my cool powers are cool.
Yeah, they're cool. The ends justify, the ends justifies the means.
No. That's a rationalization that is loss of humanity. This is, I still need to be careful. Oblivion can still eat my soul, and I'm worried about that.
Fair, valid.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
true.
you don't have the. Like, you're a Lasombra. Which Bane do you have?
I think just the typical
You know, the
Lasombra
default
Bane.
one. Okay, you don't have
Default.
the alt one is the one that subtracts a dice from those rolls all the way to a minimum of 1, or subtracts dice equal to your Bane rating, which would be 2. So
Okay, let's.
as long as you're on the regular normal Bane, then you're
Okay,
you're
yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm under the tech Bane one, so
Yeah.
All right. So now that we've resolved that and we've roused for the morning, everybody is hungry. I think this is a great place for us to take a break, and then we can jump into where we're going to go. Are we going to do some research at the lab again? Are we going to go Omnom first? Are we going to go to the church? Who knows? But we will be back after a short break, probably about 8 minutes and everything. So we will see you guys after this short break. Right as we come back. Ta-da! Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for allowing us to take a quick break. Ramos the Nomad, thank you very much for that raid. I really appreciate it. Welcome. We are playing Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. This is St. Ardent by night. And our lovely, wonderful coterie here has just finished exploring one of the tunnels near the Glass Quarter. And now our coterie has gone to bed for the daytime and now have risen because it's now evening, and we've all done our rouse checks and everything. Before you guys come back together, do any of you guys want to go hunt? Do you want to go take care of your hunger?
Hell
Definitely.
yes.
Yeah. Calling a client.
Calling one of your clients? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna make you hunt for a roll for a hunt for this. It's easy enough. You have so many clients as Mistress Lux, the dominatrix, so it would not be difficult for you to find somebody who would be a willing participant.
A lawyer. He
Pro-
likes it.
you know, he loves giving up control. Step on me, mommy.
I'm gonna go for a walk while that's happening. I don't want to hear any of that.
That's
There
fair.
you go.
That's fair. Anybody else want to try and satiate their hunger? Anybody want to go hunt?
yeah. Given how the evening is going, I think I'd better.
Fair. Valid. Are you going to go for your
Or how
herd?
the evening will go.
Are you going to go for your herd? Are you going to attempt to hunt?
I think we're gonna go for the herd. Just
Okay.
To keep it simple.
Because it's just easy and it's there and you have access to it. Okay, great. Azul, do
Yeah.
you go hunt?
Since I am not hungry right now.
Nah,
no,
you're still full
I'm just gonna
draining that
enjoy
guy.
a nice walk.
You're just like, I'm going to enjoy the nice walk in the
What a-
evening.
Try and top off my Capri Sun supply by
Your
doing
little-
a quick bagger hunt.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to roll it up?
Yeah, because I want to save my herd for emergencies.
No, that's valid. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
It's 4 successes.
Absolutely. You can take your hunger all the way down to 1. Get you some bags. And
Ernest has a pretty good dice pool for his hunting.
yeah. Perfect. And Nelly, what about you?
So I think Anelia is gonna try to do a little hunt when he gets back to the
To the
we're
college
staying at
campus.
College right now.
Yeah.
I'm just probably staying at the campus room. And I'm gonna kind of just stalk the hallways and see if I can find like maybe an open door, someone doing some late night studying, or see if I can follow someone roaming through the halls, a little tipsy.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy? Are you what?
Of course, yeah.
Of
I'm
course.
kind of stalking. I'm kind of stalking,
Of course.
hanging in the corners, but I come from the Buffalo College too, so like the dorms are kind of, this is where I learned it all.
Right. Yeah. So why don't first give me a dex stealth roll. See how sneaky you are.
I got 2 successes.
Perfect. You are super sneaky. Now I want you to give me a wit survival roll,
And survival.
please and thank you.
I got a single success.
Easy enough for you to find somebody. You're kind of stalking through the dorms, and you notice that somebody's dorm room is ajar, and they're in there just studying. It's one of the kids you dealt drugs to, Adderall. Trying to, make their grade and stay up late. So you're able to see.
Can I get a luck or something to see if they're maybe dozing off? 'Cause I'm actually a Sandman sleeper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
What, just like a dice, maybe? Like a little 50-50 chance?
Yeah, let's say 5 below, you fail to find them
I got a
sleeping.
10. I got a fucking
Oh, then you're fucking fine. Yeah, they're dozed off. Their face is slammed into a book.
So yeah, I've done this a bunch of times, and I see the door kind of just open like an inch, like someone just left it open.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I move in just completely, like not like a complete predator, but gliding, and I just feed off of this person. But when I'm done feeding off of them, there's this clarity to it, but like there's this weird familiarity to hunting inside of this dorm for me, and my mind shifts to a few faces that I know from back in Buffalo. I'll just say Isolde, but a different Isolde, my sire. But and another face, Mara, the childer that I kind of hunted and grew up with. But I just think of that for a minute and steal the spotlight for that second, and then go and find Ernest somewhere to head back to join the gang.
Sounds good. All right, so you bring your hunger down to 1. So, Isolde, you're at 0 still from omnomming. David, you're at 1. Mr. Lux, you're at 1. Anili, you're at 1. And then Ernest is also at 1, correct? Cool. Awesome. All right. What we doing, team? Where are we meeting up?
Well, we've got to meet up at the lab.
'Kay.
So we've got to give a
little report.
Meet up with the lab. Anili will also get to meet Ernest. Ernest has a friend with him. It's an odd-looking cat in a little emotional support animal vest.
Anili, do you try and pet the cat?
What the fuck is that?
It's a familis.
The vest?
Oh yeah, because then you can take it with him wherever you need. I have
I think it's called a cat.
His name's Frying Pan.
Accept it silently, frowning.
Just a weird, long-legged, goofy-looking goober cat.
Yeah, it goes up to you, Anili, and like rubs against your leg.
I don't move away from it, but I just frown and I just look at Ernest, and I'm not necessarily judging him. I'm just not a cat person.
The cat's just rubbing up. The cat knows that you're not a cat person, so therefore it is being obnoxiously loving towards
100%.
you. Just obnoxious. It's just.
But they're upset. All right, ready when you are.
Okay, we will drive to the lab to meet up with everybody else.
All right. The cat curls up in Anili's lap. You're now its project, man. I don't know what to tell you. It will make you a cat person, or it will kill you. One of those will happen. We're not sure yet.
the window just a bit as we drive.
Cat's just sitting there making biscuits on your lap.
Frowning. I'm just frowning.
You throw that cat out the window, I swear to Lilith, I'm going to ruin your life.
More of a smell thing. I can smell better ever since, the gift.
It's just
I
purring.
think on the drive over, I'd like to call Silas.
Oh?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know how this works.
I mean,
Yeah, no, that. But two Lasombra calling each other on the phone. I don't know how that works.
you got a brick phone.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it's a piece of shit. Like, you should be fine-ish. Okay, so you call Silas?
Mm-hmm.
Silas is a man that is very cold and calculating. He answers his phone curtly. Yes?
We may have a problem, and I need some information to help possibly delineate the nature of this problem.
Silas stays quiet for a long time, almost as to the point where you think the call dropped. What information and what problem?
The problem... well, let's begin with the information, shall we? The information that I need is everything that we know about the old St. George Church.
What about it?
Do we have... Does it exist still in some manner? Like, is there a secret club they have in the basement?
I tend to avoid the religious. However, they have regular congregation meetings, Wednesdays and Sundays. There are rumors, but you know how those go. I'm not particularly in a position to gossip. But one
Never would
hears
I ask you to.
one hears things. Why do you ask?
And are the things that you hear regarding breaking seals or hunters? Are they more than a congregation? Are they perhaps a cell?
Not that I was aware of.
Well, if you are not aware, then that is a small comfort, but
That is also
We're-
a problem.
it is it not? And that is what we're trying to figure out.
Keep me informed. I'll do some digging on my end.
Well,
And
and
he-
thank you.
before you even can thank him, he hangs up his phone.
I'm just kind of continuing. Put my jitterbug back in my pocket.
Your fucking Nokia phone that could survive a
Yeah.
Holocaust. Yeah. Like, could absolutely survive a nuclear Holocaust.
I've got a cell phone with a rotary dial on it. Like,
Yeah.
somehow.
Somehow you've managed. Okay. It's like one of those
Buttons.
fucking 80s car phones. that you could like drive over and it would still work. Don't know how. It just does. Right on. Sure.
Whatever works.
Why not? Why not? All right. Mistress Lux and Isolde. What are you guys doing?
Oh, feeding, but also having the lawyer drive us.
You're having the lawyer drive you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Sure,
He's
why
already there.
Why not? Why not? So you guys arrive at the glass quarters, and do you park on the street and go down, or do you park in the parking garage?
Parking garage.
Parking garage. Okay.
Now that we know that it's there
Okay.
and everything.
He gets out before you have a chance to, and opens your door and waits for instruction.
You'll wait here. Don't talk to anyone. Don't ask to go in. If I need you, I'll call you.
Yes, mistress. He keeps his eyes glued to the floor.
Mistress Lux will look back at Isolde. Should I?
Yes, why not?
Ground.
He immediately flattens like a pancake. He is on the ground. You haven't even finished saying the word ground, and he's down.
Step. Step. Off. Off.
I'm hopping out the car.
Are you stepping on him?
I'm hopping out the car. Onto him.
Onto him? Ugh!
Yes.
He was not expecting that. He was not expecting a full force, like, jump onto him. But he doesn't complain.
I have a question. What kind of shoes does Isolde wear?
Roll for
'Cause
damage.
I have an idea what kind of shoes Mistress Lux wears. There's a thought there that makes sense. But Isolde strikes me as either really chunky boots or like ratty tennis shoes. Either one could work. And I'm just wondering what kind of abuse this man is taking.
Isolde wears combat boots.
That makes sense.
Perfect.
So piercing damage, bludgeoning damage. Gotcha.
Yeah. Blood. Yeah, he basically just sustained 1 point of each. And he doesn't move until you go inside, and then he gets up and shuts the door and gets in the car and waits.
So some of those kinky boots do ag, I promise.
Yeah, no, 100%. Even if it's just like psychological aggravated damage, absolutely. 100%.
Just a lawyer on the ground. People say when Ernest is walking through with a big weird cat on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Who's just incessantly purring. Like, it's a little loud motor. You honestly didn't know that such a loud noise could come from such a small little thing. Just... Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys all go into the lab? Quickly becoming your home away from home.
Yep.
Doesn't appear like anybody's in here right now.
Just text the sheriff. We're here to report in.
Be down to the lab in 5. He immediately sends back.
Do you think that they're cuddling together?
Yes.
Canoodling.
The canoodling. I don't think they kiss. She says that that was gross, just the thought, so.
I can't picture that myself either.
I feel like he really wants to kiss her. And like, I don't know. I don't think he has high enough humanity to.
Again, it's awkward and weird to think about.
Yeah, well. Now that I know, it's every time we're gonna see him, it's gonna be like, is he thinking about her?
Probably not.
Hmm.
Maybe. You know what? Maybe.
All right, well. Then down comes the sheriff, comes into the lab, and goes, all right, what shit show have you guys uncovered this time?
Well, a ward. Well, so the passageway to the ward was unbricked. Obviously, you knew that.
Right.
Ward was broken.
So you guys found the ward.
I mean, yes, we had
Part of
Ellie,
it, yeah.
so
Okay, I'm just making sure I follow.
on the ward. Ellie touched it again.
She does that.
Yeah. But we got a lot of interesting things. To include documents. You have those documents, right?
Yes, I've got
Ernest?
them.
The sheriff
Were you able
like
to translate them?
looks over.
I've got the first one fully, the one that was the cipher fully translated, and then we've got the other one. That's the one that's older that might fall apart, so we need to be careful about it. But
The sheriff
Absolutely,
looks
yeah.
immediately at you, Ernest. Well, share with the class.
he will hand over. Well, he will carefully say out the documents so that everyone can see them.
This kind of goes with Ellie's vision she had of red and gold shield with a cross, rosary, Saint George, a dragon, a blonde man with piercing blue eyes sitting in a pew in a basement. Alabaster skin, I think she said. So,
What about this note? You said you figured it out?
Yeah, it's some kind of cipher about church records that were leading people to this, and that apparently at some point, whatever is behind the ward was the church was using to find us, it seems, and someone, Tremere from the ward work, but I'm guessing they didn't do it on their own, locked it away so that no one would have that information. And now it looks like someone might be trying to release whatever it is to let the earth tell on us again.
I think, based on all that, is hunters are breaking wards to cause the kind to kind of freak out. The earth's feeding on that, amplifying it, which means I think the prince limiting our feeding is not doing us any favors. I'm not questioning the prince.
I hope not.
But it might be in their plans to starve us out, and then one bad apple causes the whole hunter establishment to come bearing down on St. Ardent.
Perhaps a bit of context would help as well.
True.
So, Ellie's visions have given us a certain window into what these documents say, and actually have made things a little bit more clear. There seems to be an involvement with the Church of St. George, which may be linked to the Knights of St. George.
You gotta be fucking
Now-
kidding me.
I never joke.
The Knights of St. George,
Mm-hmm.
they were disbanded.
Allegedly. When were they disbanded, though?
Years ago. Before my time. But they were disbanded.
What if
Some
they
We have
just said they disbanded? It's like the Knights Templar, right? They allegedly disbanded. Allegedly were killed off. There's all this
what was
Templar stuff.
what is the nature of the disbandment? Do they just gave up, or did something happen?
No, they were usurped into the Society of Leopold, of St. Leopold. But if there's a rogue entity that is still operating under the Knights of St. George, we need to understand what is going on, because there is one of two options that I see. And he crosses his arms. One, we have a rogue entity that is acting without a by your leave from the Society of St. Leopold. Or they're acting on behalf. Either one I don't like in my city.
What authorities do we have to deal with this? Meaning, what measures do you authorize us to take?
I need you guys to have more information, because if I bring some half-assed speculation in front of the prince, I will be laughed out of that office. There is no record of this. There's no record of these tunnels. There is no kindred authority is claiming this. The records just stop. And there's faint mention, but nothing beyond that. I need information if I'm going to go before the prince. And you said these wards are...
Yes.
Are they us or are they them?
Us.
Us.
They're Tremere made.
They are blood sorcery wards to lock something up, and someone is causing them to fail.
The sheriff then looks at both Ernest and Anili.
Before us, and as you said, the records are not appearing everywhere. We can try and get more.
I mean,
but
could somebody have wiped people's memories of this? I mean, it's possible, right?
Well, yeah. Absolutely. I don't know what's going on in my city right now, and I don't like it. I have 2 tasks for you guys. I need you to go to the Church of St. George and see what you can find out. I also need you, and he looks directly at both Ernest and Anili, but more so at Ernest, oddly enough, and goes, I know Odette has a odd fondness of you. Now might be the time to abuse said fondness.
can do that. We wanted to make sure you knew what we knew before we started poking Hornet's Nest in case things flew out.
Good plan. I want
I
you...
have a question.
Yes? He seems mildly perturbed by you interrupting him.
Sorry. Maybe I have connections with humans because of my line of work. Would I be authorized to go one of them
School one of who?
One of my clients to send them into the church to do our bidding.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
but that takes time. Time is not something we really have right now. But by all means, if you want to begin working on that,
Yes. Just in case they are hunters, and we're not running to head in to the hornet's nest as
I
a bunch of kindred.
still want you to go to the church tonight.
Excellent.
I need information, and I don't have time to wait for it. Is there anything else?
When we first met Ellie the other night, was that a reaction from her first interaction with this thing when she found it?
She wasn't prepared, or what so she says. Listen,
What
I
I'm
don't
wondering.
I don't fucking pretend to understand how the fuck Malkavians are able to do whatever the fuck Malkavians are able to do. I don't pretend to know the first fucking thing about it. I'm not a fucking Malkavian. I'm a fucking Bruja. You want me to punch a hole in something? Great. I don't know visions. I don't know any of that shit. What I do know is that oddly enough, even when I don't understand their fucking visions at the time, they always come true. And they see shit that we don't see. I don't pretend to know how it works. She fucked up. She wasn't ready. Or something. I don't know. Same as like if I miss a punch or whatever.
That's all I want to put in your head, honestly. Not that I'm trying to put ideas in your head, but whatever she did last night, she was somehow ready for it. Yeah, I just let it hang.
He doesn't really give you any satisfaction.
So off to Odette in this church, right?
Listen, I will make sure roadblocks don't stand in your way. I need information. So do what you have to do.
Churches.
Sounds good.
Okay, he turns around and he just starts walking away, shaking his fucking head.
Oh,
He
Are,
definitely doesn't kiss her.
are Grins
Definitely.
or Spark around?
You don't see him.
He's gonna take the older of the notes, kind of leave it on the desk, and find a sticky note to put on. I was like, "Can you figure out how old this is, please?" And just leave that there for them.
You all of a sudden hear a voice next to you, and like suddenly he becomes in your presence. It's Grin, and he goes, "What you doing?"
I was seeing if I could see if you could figure out how old this paper is, so we
Which
can see when when they sealed all this up. We might have a better time frame.
what you gonna give me for it? I don't work for free.
Well, since it is a bit more of a rush thing, since the sheriff has a big bug up his ass about it, I would think it's just a minor thing.
All right, I'll take it.
Thank you.
He starts like looking at the paper and goes over to the computer. This is gonna take me some time though, So
yeah.
go
That's-
do whatever you're gonna do. I'll sit here and
we're
work
gonna
on
go
this.
invade a church that might have hunters in it, so you have fun with that.
Have fun with that. Don't die, or maybe do. I don't control your life.
You don't get the minor if I'm dead, though. So
Don't die. I'd like my payment. Thank you. He goes, starts examining the paper.
I look around the lab. I'm assuming we have like the basics I'm about to describe, but I'm gonna look to the rest and be like, so 5 kindred walk into a church. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually kind of okay at like falsifying documents and stuff like that. Maybe I could write up a quick little historic society kind of I don't know, inspection thing. Maybe a little bit of paperwork just in case. Yeah, I'm just saying. What do you guys think?
Well, you 3 work at the university, right? Or something like that. You go to university, work at the university. I don't know.
have a library card and a student ID. It's about
Have a library card and a student ID.
Paperwork will get you
Well-
far, is all I'm saying.
If we're, I like this idea. I do. If we're lucky, we're going to the church in the middle of the night and they'll be closed.
That's true. They still might have patrol going on.
Just in case thing. Just try to pass legitimacy. And I'm saying this because I have mask as a what the fuck ever, like a perk.
Oh, yeah.
So I can do like
Advantage?
identity.
An
Yeah, that's-
advantage.
Yeah, an
It's
advantage.
your human ID is what that one is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if I can move that because it is for fake ID and fake documents. So I'm wondering if I just want to write up a little. I'm sorry to pull an Archie on you. But I
You
wanna
know,
write up some-
that's fine. You can pull an Archie on me. Okay. This is gonna require some rolls though. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna have you roll for this. Let's do
Larceny?
no, because he's creating a document.
Crafts.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking intelligence crafts.
All right.
For this to be super convincing though, my guy, you're gonna need like 3-4 successes. Like if you're trying to
Don't
make this
forget your dot and your advantage, I guess.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I have to. Hold on. I do have one. Well, no, my advantage is Oh, it isn't the advantage. I was gonna say I have a specialty in painting, but I don't feel like painting helps.
no crafts.
What was it? Crafts intelligence.
Crafts intelligence. Let's start there.
All right, here I go.
I have a specialty in anthropology if that helps him craft the correct words.
So I got 2.
And I got some
successes.
dots in subterfuge.
I got 2 successes.
Yeah,
and
fuck
also
it. Let's
got
make it a
steel
group
failure.
effort.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sure. Roll
No, you
roll
run it.
me for your anthropology. Was it like academics or science?
I got it under science.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do intelligence science and then Mr. Slux.
Manipulation?
Manipulation subterfuge. We're gonna make this a group effort. The difficulty is gonna go up since you guys are making a group effort though, because this is not easy.
That's fine.
This is not easy. So I need a total of 9 successes combined.
I'd like to spend a willpower off the bat because I got a bestial failure with my first
Oh
one.
Jesus fucking
not trying to
Christ!
keep- yeah, I
So
don't
you
wanna
want to
keep eating my
re-roll?
friends in the
Okay, you can
lab,
re-roll up
yeah.
to 3 your dice, just not your hunger die.
All right.
I hate documents. Destroys it immediately.
Yeah.
Fuck this! I'm done.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
It's not easy. Y'all are trying to make some forgery documents.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, let me get as many successes
Let
as
me get some
possible.
successes.
Okay.
Okay.
I can put. We're playing this as spades. I can put up 5.
All right, so we have 5.
I've got 3.
That's
Okay, that's
8.
8.
Nilly, you just have to
need
get
one more.
1.
Yeah, I got none. Even though I'm the one making
Brother,
the fucking
you have
document.
willpower to spend.
I already spent
Use
it to get not a beast deal, and I re-rolled and I got no. I re-rolled and I got none. Straight nothing.
So still a bestial failure then.
Yeah, it's still a bestial failure.
Oh.
I'm gonna. Oh, I'm gonna
Well, I
spend
mean,
one more.
I'm sorry. On my re-roll, I got 1 success to try to negate
Oh!
the beast deal.
Oh!
But I didn't. I'm saying it's still a 0 technically. That I got no successes though. If I'm doing, unless I'm fucking this up.
Okay, well, what was your original roll?
My original roll was a 3, a 1, a 1, a 9, a 6, and a 1. And then I got to re-roll 3 of those dice by spending a willpower, and I got a 9, a 1, and a 4.
So the 9, the 6, and the 9 are all successes. That's
Yeah.
3 successes.
You got 3
alright,
successes. You
okay.
didn't bestial.
Apologies.
Jesus.
All right,
was
sorry.
like-
You guys are fine. All right, you
Yeah.
guys make a fairly convincing document stating that you guys are in researching historical properties within St. Ardent and cataloging them.
I get an extra credit on one of my majors for doing this old architect, you know? It's a lived-in study.
So you guys, you take the time and you're able to craft up a suitable document.
Proud of all of our bureaucracy. You don't know how far this might take us. I've gotten through so much shit with just paper.
Well, if it comes to guards, I have another solution. But we'll see what
I
happens.
do
when we get
too.
there. Yes, you do.
1 and 2.
Oh, well, I don't have that solution.
I'm going to say I would actually rather see David throw guards around with his shadow tentacles again.
No, that's what we call in the business a masquerade breach. So
Yeah, let's not do that.
you, I believe, just from having heard it, may have this ability as well, is to just tell people what to do and they do it.
Do you have
Who are you
command?
talking to?
Isolt, do you have command? Should be dominate 1.
I believe I do, yes I do, but it's only for cloud memory. So I can erase people's memories.
Oh, you only
but
took
that's
cloud
about
memory.
it.
You didn't
Yeah.
take. Okay,
Oh yeah, that's very useful though,
that is very useful.
because when we inevitably go there and fuck everything 3 ways to Sunday, we can clean the
As
slate
long as
up.
it's within half an hour, I can erase their memories.
We're
I can
very
command
quick at
them
fucking
too,
up.
if you need.
All right,
And I've got mesmerized, so
there you go. All right, so you guys load up in the vehicles and you guys are heading towards the church up in the North Point Bluffs area, just north of St. Ephraim's College. You guys are heading into La Sombra territory.
Hold on. I don't mean to troll, but like David would see that there's this obvious split happening when we get into the cars. I need to know what car David chooses.
Ooh, yes. Yes, which car did you choose?
I am not getting in a car with an Illy if we're splitting cars. No.
I mean, he did try and eat you. That makes sense.
That's valid. Absolutely
Valid.
valid.
Ernest,
was
an Ellie, frying
valid.
pan, and NPR over here in one car.
Perfect. And the cat immediately just gets into Nellie's lap as soon as you guys get in the car.
Just because the cat knows it bothers him.
Yep. No, 100%. Like, doesn't even necessarily like a Nelly, but is doing this to just be a spiteful little shit. Just making biscuits on your lap.
Now, I can say, just for narrative purposes, if it's not just me and Anelli in the car alone, I will ride.
Wait,
But
because it's Ernest's
I'm not getting in a
car.
car with Anelli alone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ernest's car. So you have the choice of Ernest and Ellie and the cat, or Mistress Lux, Isolde, and the sub-lawyer who was laying on the ground.
Mhm.
Because no one ever told him to get up, so I think he's still laying
No,
on the
he's
ground.
up.
No, he got up.
He's in the car.
He's in
Okay.
the car, but he'll go and lay down on the ground again.
Laying on the floor of the car now. I hear you gentlemen like NPR.
Yes.
No. It sounds like a time.
Perfect.
It's all right with you.
Excellent. All right, so you go with them. And then Isolde and Mistress Lux. You guys come out of the lab and go towards your car. And immediately when it's as if though that lawyer is watching in the rearview mirror for the slightest movement at the door. Attentive as always, he immediately gets out of the vehicle when he sees your shoe simply go through the door. And he's already got the passenger door open, the back passenger door open, and he's laying on the ground.
Get up. You're boring me.
He immediately stands up. Yes, mistress.
Question.
Yes, mistress.
What do you know about the Church of St. George?
They're a local parish.
Do you have any clients that go there?
I'd have to check my records. Why?
No reason. She'll just step into the car.
He keeps his mouth shut. Isolde, you get in the car too?
Yep.
All right. He shuts the door, runs around to the driver's side, and gets in. What are you guys doing on the ride over? Or do you just want to fast forward it to you guys arriving at the church?
I think the only thing is Mistress Lex will be texting Grace and saying, you have a class tomorrow evening. Be early.
A few moments later, you look at your phone and you see the little dots signifying text. Somebody's replying. And immediately you get, yes, ma'am.
I don't want to do this, but I have to. Oh well.
Are you turning her?
No, I'm making her into a tool.
She would be a useful tool.
Yes. Oh well. I was going to pick him, but he's so needy.
Agreed.
Oh well. To St. George's. Oh, wait. Are we going. Did we decide if we're going to the church first or if we're going to Odette first?
I think they said the church first.
Ew.
Yeah, because Odette will be I think will be an Ernest and Ellie thing.
Okay.
We'll be going to the
St.
tree and go,
George.
please let us have your knowledge, please.
Please. St. George's Church, Cathedral, whatever it is.
Church of St. George up in North Point Bluffs?
Yeah. Whatever.
Right away.
Thank you.
He glances back at you, kind of just pondering for a second. But then turns his eyes to the road and pulls out of the parking garage. And you guys make your way through the streets. It is a cold January night in St. Ardent. There's soft snowflakes that are hitting the ground, but it's the way that they salt in the Midwest. The snow is somehow still sloppy and slushy. As you guys drive through the Glass Quarter district, up towards the college, along the river bend, and you see the lights, the old street lights along the river walk, reflecting off of the Joaquin River. The river is slightly unnerving to you all now, whereas weeks ago it wasn't. You guys make your way up to North Point Bluffs area, and you find yourself entering an older part of St. Ardent. North Point Bluffs was one of the first residential areas, whereas like the Glass Quarter district was one of the first industrial areas in St. Ardent. This was one of the first residential areas. The buildings here are old brownstone, still within the downtown area, or what would be considered a downtown area, but on the outskirts. In many streets, there's still the old brick, cobblestone, rather than modern pavement. It's as though the historical charm of this area has been preserved. Many of the old buildings, like old mansions in the area, have been turned into apartments, but still retain that old charm. It's quiet up here. You guys approach and you see a humble but still grand chapel. They can't have more than maybe 50 people in total at Mass at any given time. This chapel would not hold that. It's fairly standard in its construction. You've got that alabaster stone that reaches up into an archway where you would cross the threshold into the chapel. The doors are old wood, like heavy oak. There's only one single steeple, and it holds a bell tower. The roof of the cathedral, once beautiful in copper, is now turned a seafoam green color as time has eroded away. And it is oddly lit up. Not interior. The lights are off on the interior, but on the exterior, there's modern lights that are shining up towards the beautifully crafted stained glass. Does somebody want to give me intelligence academics?
Would my specialty in art history work for this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Arouse the blood, because why not?
Can I give them a help dice since I have dots in academics?
I have a dot in academics. It's just
I have a lot, so I'm just trying to give you extra dice.
You could help David since he's in your car.
Cool. If it's intelligence academics, I've got like 7 dice, 8 if my journal's in place in, so.
I get hungrier.
Cool, you're at 2 hunger.
Okay. 3.
Okay. David? 1. With help from Ernest. Any help?
No, I don't know if you wanted me to just add dice to there or roll myself.
Why don't you roll?
Just intelligence academics?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We'll add it to David's successes.
Cool. 6 with a crit.
Jesus fucking Christ. Mistress Lux, I'm gonna resolve yours first. You, with 3 successes, you can't put your finger on where. But something about this stained glass and the man in white robes that is portrayed is itching at your brain, and you don't know where you saw it. You have no idea. But it's familiar. Something. You've read something, you've seen something. Something is prickling at the back of your brain, but you can't quite put your finger on it. However, in David and in Nellie and Ernest's vehicle, David, you look up and you're pondering. And again, like Mistress Lux, it's there. It's less than her like intuition feeling, but like it's like trying to catch smoke. Until Ernest points something out to you, and then it clicks. That's St. George. That's St. George. And the depiction, there's a dragon. But the dragon's not up in the sky in this photo, in this stained glass. That's what was throwing you off. The typical depictions would have the dragon up in the sky. But in this one, it's different. It's emerging from the earth. And you guys pull up. You go to get out of your vehicle, and doesn't seem to be anybody around. If you guys want to check, or how do you guys want to proceed into the cathedral or the chapel?
There's no lights on. Does it look like closed, for lack of a better word?
Yeah. You might, if you like were to knock on the door, a deacon might answer, just because typical like a chapel being allowed to be a place where somebody can declare sanctuary and find protection. So there might be somebody up. You don't know for sure. It's not like you frequent this one a lot. You know that in the city or like on the college campus, there's usually a deacon of some sort that is available in the late hour.
Well, comrades, I find myself at having trepidation. Because I'm 100% sure this is a nest of vipers. I just don't know if the vipers are home.
Don't clergy stay on the campus of the church?
Yes, of course they do. I'm more worried about secret basement cult that kills us.
Maybe it's just one person, and we'll be handy. It'll be easy, right? That's a thing that could happen.
Something that could happen. Well, shall we rap upon the door then?
Unless we go around and see if there's just like a basement entrance before we alert anyone to our presence. Well,
Places like these would usually have like trap doors somewhere that lead to the basement, right? I don't make it a hobby to go into sacred ground.
You don't know.
This will be an eventful evening for you then. Yeah, let's I mean, there is no harm in taking a walk around the church before we either use our very legitimate paperwork or we do breaking and entering.
Yeah, quick lap. I want to see if they got any basic security too. So yeah, we're just gonna,
Fine.
I guess, try to walk. But can we do a roll for like? I do want to just look out for cameras and stuff.
Do you want to be
Little-
sneaky?
It's a good question.
Do you?
Mistress Lex is going to activate Silence of Death.
Do it.
Silence of Death. I don't have to roll it. It's automatic. It's
Hell yeah.
If we're choosing the sneaky route, I will pop up Cloak of Shadows.
Okay. Great.
I will also activate Silence of Death.
Like stompy boots and the heels stop making noise, and it's weird.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
are
it's all kinds of weird.
oddly quiet.
Ernest
It
has
just
no.
seems darker.
You just like pull the shadows on you. Ernest has no magic power. He's just like, I'm gonna try and be sneaky with my
Alright.
cat.
If Ernest wants to try and be sneaky, I need a dex stealth roll. And Ellie, are you gonna try and be sneaky? Gonna be
Yeah, everyone's
sneaky.
already sneaking already. I'm sneaking too.
All right, dex stealth. If you have not done something to actively make yourself sneaky, a sneaky snake, I need you to roll dex stealth.
Okay, 2 successes.
Ernest, you are stealthy. You're able to like kind of dip and dodge in the shadows and it's weird. You're familiar the second that you attempted as though you guys have become enmeshed mentally. Frying Pan completely stops purring and is perched very close, like laying across your shoulders, and
Yeah,
does not move.
yeah, he's a bit big to be just a shoulder cat, so I'm wearing him like a cat scarf.
Yeah,
With
that's what I
long,
was thinking. Like
gangly
on both, like just kind of like hunched around you. But he's silent. You don't even hear, even with him being so close, even the faintest little like sniff or breath. And Ellie, what'd you get?
I'm not a bestial failure, but I got nothing. I'm just the unsneakiest motherfucker here.
Brother.
Yeah. Tripping over my own feet, but I think it's because I was gonna
You
wait
like
till we
trip
get
over a
some-
stone and stumble and stomp and make like a ridiculous amount of noise.
bump into the trash.
All right. Now, if
I
you
have,
are,
I have 4.
oh, you're a sneaky little fucker.
Yeah,
You're a
exactly.
shadow sneaky little fucker. So if you guys are trying, I need wits awareness to look for cameras. So if you're looking for cameras or security systems, anybody doing anything else? You're just trying to get a lay of the land first.
Trying to see if there's any windows that show into a basement.
Okay, give me
So-
wits awareness.
Love that half of my dice is just blood die. Oh, that's disgusting.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's fine.
Is it good disgusting or bad disgusting?
Well, it's 2 with a bestial failure, but I don't think it's a bestial failure. So
If you got 2 successes and there was one that was not, you still succeed.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't notice any windows. No windows.
No windows to the basement.
Nope.
Great.
Anybody looking? And Nelly, you said you're gonna look for cameras?
I am, yeah, I guess as I'm tripping over the parking lot.
Because you're being fucking loud.
Yeah, actually, I want to look for cameras, but I don't want to overlap roles. I kind of want to play into this being loud. I kind of want to be a little louder and see if I can, like, coax any attention to see if there's anyone who's, like, really kind of looking around. I want to see if I can bring attention to me.
Just looking for those little signs. Says like this building protected by brinks. It's like, aha.
ADT. Little ADT thing.
I want to see if, like, if I trip a little more, if I, like, stumble, like, maybe I start acting just a kind of bit drunk. I just want to see if there's maybe, like, a priest or something that comes out, someone who's watching already, someone who might try to usher me off the property.
Storyteller roll time. Alright, let's see. No one comes out.
Alright, I just feel like a fool then, as I look around. If you want us to let me look for cameras, what was it?
I
wits
mean,
and what?
wits awareness.
I'm just being a fool, stumbling around by the trash. Like, what the fuck is going on? Alright, okay, played this off. It's all,
What
it's all-
doing?
This all fine. And with that, I got 2 successes, as I'm kind of just stood there in the parking lot still, just basically looking at whatever that side of the church is.
Okay. You got 2 successes?
Mhm.
Yeah, you see one security camera pointed at the parking lot. And then you see another security camera at the front of the chapel, the chapel doors. But that looks to be about it. There's only 2 cameras.
Run-of-the-mill stuff, and I'll just kind of stay there in the parking lot, just recovering from my clumsy stumbling, thinking I'm smart kind of shit.
You also see that you tripped over a little ADT lawn sign.
Could be David. They might have been throwing that out.
It's like all bent over now.
It was already trash. It was fine.
Are you guys
So,
gonna go? What are you guys gonna do?
I was just going around the building looking to see if there's one of those basement entrances we talked about.
Or just a door that isn't on the front where everyone will see us
Yeah.
sneaking in.
Yeah.
Doesn't appear to be.
Perfect. That's wonderful.
One in, one out. Great.
It's going to be
Breaking
one of
and
those
entering it.
churches. We have to go under the altar to the fucking crypt.
I don't know. Get inside and find out.
Hate this.
I guess I'll walk back and probably kind of just feels like I come out of nowhere.
All of a
And
sudden,
just like,
David
yeah.
David appears out of the shadows. Surprise, motherfucker!
So there do not appear to be any other entrances.
Okay.
Well,
Then the front door, I
that's-
guess it is.
Do you guys try and walk in, or do you knock?
Let's knock.
Just to save my mind from exploding a little further.
How bad is going on sacred ground for you?
That's the question I'm going to ask. I'm not going to burst into flames once I cross the threshold, am I?
Do you have a flaw?
Yes, I do.
Which
Living
one?
in the past.
Living in the past.
Correct. Archaic.
Hold on. I need to look at what it exactly says for...
I have it pulled up here. It says, you haven't grasped the modern mindset, or you just don't want to. You have one or more serious outdated convictions, i.e. the Pope's word is law, women are delicate flowers, lower classes exist only to serve, etc. These archaic moralities maintain your humanity but are odious to many.
Okay, so what is yours?
I am in the belief that vampires must ask before stepping into somebody's threshold, crossing a holy or sacred threshold, i.e. a church would.
So you need
instantly.
You need permission.
Mm.
Okay.
So you gain stains if you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got
Breaking
it.
your personal convictions.
Yeah. Got it. Understand. We'll
get permission.
So if you were to walk in there without permission, you would get a stain. And then we would do some fancy, like we did earlier, fancy rolls at the end of the session to figure out, is it loss of humanity or is it not? If you guys obtain permission, I'll leave it up to you on how you want to handle it. Is Azul the type of person that would not count being coerced as permission? Or is she one of those people that takes things where life has a lot of loopholes and sometimes it's okay to exploit them? That's the question I pose to you.
Definitely, life has a lot of loopholes.
Okay.
If
All right.
whoever answers the door says, yeah, come on in, I'm coming on in.
Okay, cool. That's why I ask. Perfect. All right, so you guys are going to go knock on the door? Who's going to be the guinea pig?
I will knock.
Okay.
Because I actually get a bonus to social interactions with people I have not met yet.
Hey, hell yeah.
Merit, remarkable feature.
Hell yeah, let's go.
So you have a mark feature. I have ingenue, so I just get to blame other people for things. Like, no, I'm innocent, I promise.
That tracks. All right. So, David, you go up to the door?
And I'll say, Nelly, have that paper ready. Hoping this doesn't go south very quickly.
All right.
Hand rolled up.
You knock at the door. Hear 3 loud bangs. And this small, probably 5'4", maybe he was taller in, earlier in his life, but he's hunched over. Old man. This guy's got to be pushing 80s, mid 80s, going to 90s. Like, this guy is old. And he peers around the door, and he's wearing a crimson robe that's adorned with gold around the sleeves. And he goes, "My child, can I help you?"
Yes, good evening, Father. Father, Deacon, I'm not sure of your rank. I'm not terribly familiar with your...
You may call me Father.
Very well. Father
Elijah.
Father Elijah. My name is David. I am a academic at the local university, and we are actually conducting a study on some of the more remarkable features of St. Ardent. We do have some paperwork if you need to see it, but I was hoping, we caught you at a time in which the church is not too busy, kind
Well,
of peeking around the
the
door.
the hour is late. The parishioners are not present at this moment. If you'd wish to speak to any of them, perhaps you come back during the day. Why?
No. We're more interested in the building itself.
Oh. Did you make an appointment? I wasn't aware.
There's no were appointments required?
Typically, if you'd like a tour of the chapel and to be able to handle certain historical aspects of our establishment here, typically it's done by appointment.
Well, we do have all of our paperwork, as I said. Would we be allowed to be in anyway?
I don't know. This is not the way things are usually done.
Father, this is for an
Roll my
extra,
eyes.
Yeah, elective on one of the classes we're taking. We got to get some classes in whenever we can because this is just kind of a minor. But we were trying to sort it out, and this was a bit off the spur. But the building, it's so beautiful, and
We have taken very good care of it.
But this is one of the only chances that I'll actually be able to get. I didn't know that you even accepted some kind of. It's lucky that you even answered. But we got documentation right from the city itself. If we could just be in and out, we just want to look over some of the architecture, honestly. Even if you could show us.
I am sorry, my son, but typically this is done by appointment only.
Okay. Well, I roll my eyes, and I am rousing mesmerize. I get hungrier.
Well, rip. So, David's at 2?
Yeah, I'm at 2.
Okay.
And then I just say, you may want to recheck your appointment calendar, Father. We did have an appointment for this exact precise time, and we just want to have a look around if you'll let us in.
Oh my, I am so sorry. They gave me this late shift because my memory is slipping. Do come in, please come in. And he opens the door for you and lets you guys in. Do you require a tour guide? Or
If you could tour us, is there a tour guide available?
well, I'm the only one here, and I was resting.
Oh well, if you're tired, Father, we could, and you trust us, we could take a look around ourselves.
I think that would be all right. You said you had an appointment.
We did. Thank you. And we really do appreciate this.
Absolutely. Do be careful, though, if you go into the basement. We keep a lot of our old records down there.
Of course.
I don't want
We
to
would
see
never-
any of them destroyed.
And nor would we. If we go to the basement, it would just be for a brief look.
There is some beautiful old pews that were original to the 1880 construction of this building. But I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a rest. Do stop back here in the sanctuary when you are finished.
Of course.
If you have any questions, I should be able to answer them. And he slowly scuttles off.
And I think we we'll stand there for the inordinate amount of time it takes him to leave.
It takes an exorbitant amount of time because he is so fucking old.
Yeah, I figure.
Mhm.
After about 5 minutes, you kind of hear the creak of what seems to be like a rocking chair off in one of the rooms that is adjacent to the chapel.
All right.
So basement first, then come back up and check everything.
So, as you guys have entered in now, you see the grandeur of this beautiful structure. The intricate beams that are holding up the aged copper ceiling, and you see ornate carvings on these beams with scripture. You also see the full majesty of the stained glass. And with knowing, with David, with your experience in folklore and kind of understanding how folklore and religion kind of intertwine in a lot of places, you would be aware that this church faces east-west, like many Catholic churches, so that the back of the church is facing east. So as the sun rises and the sun comes through the stained glass, or what you would imagine the sun would be coming through the stained glass, it would light up whoever was at the pulpit to make them seem more holy. This is a common architecture design within Catholic churches across the Western society. But it's incredibly grand, and you start to pick out details, like if you're looking close enough, you can see that within the stained glass architecture, the pieces of glass are brought together by gold. And you notice some of the more ornate designs to the pulpit have those golds and reds kind of repeating as a theme within this space. At the back of the church, you see 2 confessionals, one for a priest to be sitting in, and then a confessional for patrons. And it is ornately carved in mahogany and has a gold handle, and the curtains that keep privacy are crimson in color. The pews look like they've been updated, while everything else kind of remains architecturally what it would have seemed like when it was first designed. Somehow, like a TARDIS, it feels much bigger on the inside, much more imposing. So what do you guys do?
Well, I'm not sure where to start, other than basement pews.
The basement the dude told us not to go to, 100%.
Well, no, he said
Yes.
if you go down there, don't touch anything. But he said that we
No,
could
we're
go
certain.
down there and look, because there are 200-year-old pews.
Yes, so I would say the things that we're interested in the basement are the records. And if they've got some kind of giant hidden vault full of weapons, that would certainly make our case.
One lady did mention a basement with pews, so I guess that makes sense.
That's
She did.
That's what she saw in the vision. Yes. And pews in a basement is certainly an interesting feature.
Perhaps it was the original building.
Or
at
the
least
personal
what's left
chapel
over.
of...
So you guys go to the basement? Okay.
Yeah.
At the front of this chapel, because it could not be described as a cathedral, no matter how grand it looks on the inside, how big it still feels. It's still very small. And to the right, if you're facing the pulpit, to the right of the pulpit, there's a set of stone steps that looks like it curves down, so it's like a spiral staircase. Solid stone steps. So you guys go down?
Yeah.
Heck
Alright.
yeah.
Okay. So you guys go down, and it's weird. Basements aren't typically like this low below ground. So that's weird, right? And you guys keep walking down, and you get down to the bottom of these stone steps. And you're into a basement area, and the ceiling seems lower than it should be. Like, so instead of like a 10-foot or an 8-foot ceiling, it's more of like a 7-foot ceiling, 6-foot ceiling. It's lower. You don't know if that was just design or whatnot, but it's something that kind of sparks. And you see a pile of old pews with carvings of a shield with a cross and a crown on the ends of the pews. But they mostly are piled up kind of haphazardly in the corner of this basement. Somebody want to give me a wits awareness?
Can I also pop another sense the unseen?
Sure.
Two successes.
Okay.
1.
Okay.
Four
3
successes on my
3.
sense.
You don't see anybody down here. And Nilly. Ernest, you said you had 3? David?
1.
1? Okay. Ernest, you notice, well, kind of everybody's kind of taking this all in. One of the pews has been pulled out and set upright. And there's a box. Like one of those old, like case files almost. It's an older box that's set on the side of the pew, just sitting there. What do you guys do?
Go look in the box. Can't not go look in the box.
Do you point out to the others that there's a box?
I was like, I found a box.
You guys, I found a box. All right, yeah, sure. Go over to the box. Seems like they're records. These records are old. We're talking like 1820s.
Are these the only records, or are there many more boxes of records?
As you look around the room, you start to notice that there's more boxes. This is just one of many.
Are there any tabs that say anything? like in the records of like what they are.
If there were at one time, they are faded beyond all recognition at this point.
Well then, should we each pick a box and go through it?
If you guys want to do that, that's fine. I'm gonna need let's do wits investigation from each of you. We'll see who finds what.
Oh. Well, with just my wits about me.
Same here, and I got 2 successes.
3 successes.
I also got 2 successes. With just my wits.
Nicely done. Ernest?
7 with a critical.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Look, I
I
bet you to
can't-
be able to do this one thing.
Listen, I cannot hide shit from you. It's
That's
like
his whole
every
job.
time you roll, it's like I've got the golden ticket. I've got the golden ticket to
Until I
make
get my ass kicked by
day.
a small pile of dirt.
Yeah, that makes.
Look, very special.
Ernest is like, I have 1 skill and 1 skill only. Yeah,
And I have a
absolutely.
cat.
And you have a cat. And Ellie, what'd you get?
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, great. Okay, so for those of you who got 2 successes, you start to see like old records. You see mentions of different services. You find records of funerals that are held there. All these records are very old, though. They're like late 1800s, from mid to late 1800s is what you find. You find some like old financial documents about the offering plate and what was collected. You don't find anything super substantial. Ernest, on the other hand, you, sir, you get to be the one to first look at under our lovely Chronicle docs. You will get to look at the everything under SN. So what you find is you find a very old leather-bound, and actually I didn't even post what it looks like, but I will now. You find an old parish ledger. It is decorated in like gold lettering. The binding is worn leather. It's got brass pieces on each of the corners, and it's got a thing that says parish ledger. But that's not what catches your eye. What catches your eye is 3 pieces of paper that are very old, tucked in to a section that refers back to April of 1822. And there's 3 pieces of paper tucked back in. And these papers are incredibly yellow, and the edges are flaking off. But what you see is, even in the faded handwriting and the faded aspects of this paper, you see a shield with a red cross and a red crown in the corner.
I think I found something. It's a bunch of Bible verses about the ground telling people about evil, so I think we're in
Oh.
the right place.
What is it, like sermon documents?
Less sermon documents and more vague manifesto.
These are,
Oh.
in fact, sermon notes from April of 1822.
Hmm.
Would somebody like to read it?
I'll read it. Which one do we start with?
So you're just gonna go in order. So the first one is the big document, and then the second one is the smaller top right, and then the third one is the bottom right.
Okay. St. George did not wait for the dragon to name itself. He listened for the ground that trembled beneath its passing. So too must we, if we are to keep that what God has entrusted us. Genesis 2:15. The earth knows corruption before the eye perceives it, for the ground bore witness to
It says at
witness at
Golgotha.
Golgotha. I was like, is that a H? It received the blood of Christ poured out for the salvation of the world. It shook when the veil was torn. Matthew 27:51. It watched when the stone was rolled away on the third day. Matthew 28:6. Creation remembers what passed between death and life. Because of this, the land recognizes what does not belong among the living. John 1:5. To ignore this testimony is not mercy, it is negligence. God has not left his people without warning. He has set his signs in the earth itself. Psalms 12:1. Or is that a 19? That's a
No.
12, right?
That's 12.
Okay. We are commanded to listen, not with fear, but with obedience, not with doubt, but with discernment. When the ground answers, it does so for the protection of the faithful. So turn away from such knowledge. To turn away from such knowledge is to allow evil safe passage. Ezekiel 33:6. Let no one call this vigilance cruelty. The shepherd who knows the wolf's path is not guilty for barring it. John 10:11-13. That's not all. We do not strike in hatred, we act in righteousness, for God's light reveals what walks in shadow, and the earth itself bears witness. Ephesians 5:13. Bless the ground that speaks, trust the warning it gives, and do not hesitate when duty is made clear. The evils of this world are not owed mercy. God's truth does not tremble. Those who fear certainty have already chosen a side. And then under the emblem of St. George, the banner says, "Make Jesus known, Jesus Christ known." Great! Crazy people.
Yeah.
Love this. Love whenever they just pick apart different parts of the Bible to make things okay for themselves. Right.
That lines up fairly well with what the cipher had said.
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so. Well, I wonder what the sermon fully was. Is there anything in the book itself that says, like, the daily sermon was this on this day. No.
Not that you guys can read. It's faded. The fact that you're even able to get this collection of sermon notes almost seems serendipitous.
Sounds less like a sermon than a call to war.
As I said, manifest.
Maybe we should take the sermon notes, leave the book, and get the hell out of here, maybe?
There is one more thing I'd like to know. Do we have an active hunter cell here in this building? Anyone good at finding secret passages or...
I believe we would leave that to Ernest or Nilly.
Take a look around.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, take a look around for secret passages.
With-
Also, any like air vents, any small things like that.
Wits awareness.
Floorboards.
I mean, this is a dirt floor, like, and stone walls.
The stones look like the same old stones that we saw on the ritual site.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Old sandstone.
2 successes though, with just kind of looking around.
Okay.
3.
Ernest, something catches the light and catches your eye. On an old bookshelf on the right-hand side of this very long, low-ceilinged basement, there's a knob that doesn't belong.
We're gonna fiddle with that knob.
You're gonna go over to the knob and touch it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Book it! Alright, so you turn it and you hear an audible click. And the door swings open and creaks.
Found a door.
Great. Sure, let's go into the Den of Vipers more.
It looks like an old passageway. Dark, dingy. And suddenly from the staircase you hear, "Nice of you guys to join us." And that's where we're going to leave off for tonight.
No.
I hate you.
I hate you! I hate it! I hate it so much.
It was gonna be so easy. We just copy the documents and then Isolde wipes the old man's mind and we leave and nobody knows the better.
Nope.
Ernest,
Nothing is as ever that easy, my friends.
I'm gonna tell them that I'm supposed to be there and I don't know who these people are.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna go over well.
Gonna totally work.
The mind you, the voice that you guys heard was from behind you. It was
Yeah, like
not
up
in the door.
stairs.
It was
Yeah,
up the stairs.
Yeah.
And it was not the old man.
Oh, definitely not the old man.
Oh, it was definitely not the old man.
That's a CCTV freaking security system. They're watching.
Yep.
Not unless the old man is kind of like old man Yama from Bleach or like
Listen, did
Master
did
Roshi,
none
where
of
he's
you
just
guys
like-
okay.
Or Uncle Iroh.
I have homework for you guys to go rewatch the Da Vinci Code, okay?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Go watch the Da Vinci Code.
No.
Go watch the Da Vinci
No.
Code.
No. not doing it.
Cause that level of fuckery is what y'all are in for.
Yay.
Thank
Love it.
you, everyone, for joining us for St. Ardent by Night. This has been episode 4. We will be back next week with a new episode, and we will find out what our little coterie. Are they gonna run?
I should have burnt the place down.
Are they gonna? are they gonna fight?
Still an option.
The options
Burning the
are.
place down.
I mean, sure, but
Arson is
but-
always an option. It's not a good one. It's always an option.
right.
It's a difficult one for Kindred.
It's a difficult option for Kindred. Is it possible? Yes, in theory. But anyways, that is where we're going to leave it tonight. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you guys next Saturday. Thank you so much. Bye everybody.